Valandiir. Shekis is no more. Her body lies cold on the bottom of her muddy, acid puddle covered with bones lair. Her head lies on one side of your feet, her body the other. And it couldn't have come at a better time for some of you. At the moment of her death, you all felt this rush of relief and freedom and power. Some of you, your dulled scales, your green eyes, began to slowly return to normal as her life essence left her body. Shortly after Shekis, the Wretched Wind, fell silent for the last time, a certain familiar figure teleported directly into the lair. Drelka, the Bog Mother, now free from her prison-like restriction on her land, wanted to personally find you and thank you for giving her access to her home once again. She grabbed Koza's hand and offered him passage, saying someone was trying to get in touch with him. She also offered the rest of the party access to her home once Koza returned, an invitation of sorts. She grabs Koza's hand, opens a tree-like teleportation door. Koza gives Kravish the cloak of calm emotions and makes you feel just a little bit better than you did a moment ago. He bids you all a temporary adieu. The two of them step through the tree. The passage closes right behind them. That is where we left off. Crown collectors, you stand now in the lair of Shekis. I need everybody to make a Constitution saving throw.
Hell's bells.
Jackson Woodman is a fail. Kravish is a fail. I'm gonna go ahead and roll for Sir Thorsten and
Dirty 20.
Luther. Dirty 20. Ooh, they both got double natural ones. I gotta take a picture of this. I'm gonna post it in the chat. That's crazy. Maeven and Eothara both got 11. That's not gonna be alright. And there is no Koza. Alright, Baranor, and you are good. Everyone else, you are going to take. How about Luna? Luna got a 10? Okay.
I got a 10.
Luna got a 10, so she takes the full 7, which probably drops her unconscious.
Yeah.
Yeah, full 7 points of poison damage to Axton, Kravish, Maeven and Eothara, and Luna.
Yep.
The room swells, even though the energy has been wiped clean with poison in the walls of this place. It seeps from above as you can feel the corruption of this chamber begin to slowly drip and fall apart. You look at the walls above you and it almost seems like the black obsidian rock is dripping with oil as the essence of Shekis, when it left this place, all of the embedded, seeped in corruption and evil that she just emanated is left behind and has nowhere left to run or hide. It's just like collecting. For now, you all sort of steel your stomachs. You're able to continue, but it's definitely not comfortable in here. You start to notice immediately the tree that the Bog Mother had summoned is starting to wilt and rot and kind of crumble at the edges and crack slowly. And you're standing on a bunch of gold.
I'm going to cast Mage Hand and start scooping as much gold as quickly as I can into the bag of holding.
I'm going to allow you to use Mage Hand and both of your hands. So you're going to have like a third more power. Now, I'm going to say this. You guys wanted to separate this by copper. That's going to take some time.
Nope.
Well,
We're
that's
not gonna do
changed
that.
since there's
We determined
poison
we
in-
take everything.
I'm gonna say
since there's
for right now, you guys, I'm even like 6 seconds have gone by, 10 seconds, 30 seconds. That initial wave of pain is gone, but you can kind of feel that sick feeling in the air. Just sort of, you understand that you stay here for an extended period of time. It's not going to be super comfortable.
Can Giovanni cast Cure Wounds on Luna to keep her from, like, dying?
Well,
Yeah.
Baranor is also last spell slot. Casting Cure Wounds on Luna.
Okay, well, then you're good then. Then
Yeah, I'm good.
I won't spend it.
Appreciate it.
We don't need that kind of psychological trauma again.
No.
All right.
Should we start, like, checking the rest of the bodies and everything?
Baranor and Luna will.
Stuff.
Loot the
So-
bodies. Loot the bodies.
Loot the bodies. All right.
All right, so we got somebody help, with the horde, and then a couple of us will search the area.
I'm gonna need and whoever is helping him to roll an investigation check. This is going to determine how quickly you can separate copper from gold.
Why don't you roll the investigation and I'll help you so you can do it with advantage.
At advantage, that's right.
Okay, hold on. Investigation.
Yes, sir.
Mm-hmm. With advantage.
So first one's a 21. Let's see what the second one is. Second one's a 10. So we're going to go with 21.
21. All right. Go ahead and roll for me a d12. And Ithara, if you are going to be searching bodies, I need you to write this down.
Okay, give me one moment. Pull up my notes app, because that's what I have on me
It's an
today.
8 on the D12.
8 on the d12. All right. Do a little bit of math and factor in your 21 for your investigation. All right.
Okay.
So, with your investigation and the fact that you're now working hard and quickly with Kravish, you guys are separating coins as fast as you can. It's a huge pile. It's going to take you 2 hours to do this. You also know that this sickly corruption within the air, you guys are going to be taking not a lot, you're going to be taking damage during that time, because you can feel it sort of settling on the ground floor, and it is kind of seeping away into the tunnels of the chamber, but it's gross in here. So 2 hours. It's up to you if you want to dedicate all that time.
If Maeven goes over there and helps too, how long would that cut that down by?
I'll cut it down by a third.
Okay, so...
And I'm going to try something as well. For an hour, I'm going to use the Artisan's Blessing to make a copper ingot out of the copper coins. Or as big of a block as I could possibly make.
So it'll take us about 1 1/4 hour, 1 hour 15 minutes with the 3.
Okay. Yeah. You realize that is less time getting poisoned.
I think that was the intention.
Yeah.
All right.
Is there any way you could cast Tiny Hut, and then you can kind of go in and out as needed?
So we can get Dutch ovened?
I would say
No, the air
it's
inside.
about 10 feet wide.
I mean, the air inside Tiny Hut should be fine. It's
Yes,
controlled by
believe-
the magic of Tiny Hut.
I think that could probably cast prestidigitation on the inside of it to clear the toxic air out and work. Yes, I would allow that for sure.
But then can't leave the tiny hut or the whole thing crumbles.
Okay.
No, but you can do it until the coins are sorted.
Yeah.
You don't have to be there anymore.
Yeah, so I'll cast Tiny Hut around the main chunk of coin, and then I'll use prestidigitation to blow out the bad air.
Okay, what color do you want it to be?
And you guys can treat it like an airlock almost.
Transparent.
Transparent. All right. Ha. There you go. Okay. Everybody else, the air sucks.
Yeah.
So, for 2 hours, Kravish and are going to spend, and I guess Maeven, you're going to spend in there too. That's fine.
But if
the rest of you, for 2 hours, what would we like to do?
But if we need fresh air, we can always go inside for a little breather.
Well, I tell you what, if you guys can figure out real quick how long each of your characters can hold their breath, I'll allow you to work, and we'll roll some dice to see if you can hold your breath long enough for what you wanted to do.
It's
Okay.
1 minute plus whatever your Constitution modifier is adds an additional minute.
Okay. That's 2 minutes for Baranor and Luna.
All right, so Baranor and Luna, if you don't want to roll a couple of con checks between this time, you will have to make some excellent use of your breath.
Okay.
Because, Iothara, you mentioned you wanted to search the bodies.
Yep.
All right, write this down. There are 7 kobold corpses. There are 3 half-orc corpses. There are 2 dead mages. One is half inside of a acid pool. There are 4 zombie corpses. And tons of bones everywhere. And there is a gigantic, well, technically a huge black dragon corpse with a tree growing out of her sternum, missing a head. What would you like to check first?
Probably the mages.
Okay. Mage. If one mage is almost completely consumed by acid,
Okay.
what you pull out of the pool, there is an anklet on his ankle. That's what you see with your bare eyes. Just give me an investigation check for the corpses that you're really searching.
Guidance.
You have guidance.
That's a D4, right?
Yes.
So that'd be 29.
29. All right. You get all of this.
Okay.
You get all of this stuff I'm about to say. Right. Investigating that anklet, it's worth 15 gold pieces. It's gold and it's got a red jewel on it.
Mm-hmm.
It doesn't hum, it doesn't buzz, it doesn't glow. On the kobolds, you each find on each of them, I'm going to say a total of 74 silver and about half that for copper, about 35 copper.
Okay.
They each have very tiny daggers. There are 4 or 5 of them. I never got a chance to use them, but they are small. They're about the size of a pack of cigarettes.
Oh, they're so cute. Okay.
It definitely looks like you could flick them with your fingertip.
Great for hors d'oeuvres.
Each of them have very rudimentary, simple weapons, and we can roll dice to see what they have if you really want to scalp them for it.
No, I'm not super worried about it.
Yeah, they have patchwork armor that looks old and dusty and full of their smells. They stink. They don't smell great. I don't know if anybody's ever kept lizards, but like the worst that a lizard can smell, that's how they smell. They just smell like old feces in the bottom of an aquarium.
Nice.
That sounds awful.
Yeah. Not great. One of the half-orcs has a bit of parchment.
Okay.
It is a roll, and it looks like on it are locations. And I can get that to you later.
Okay.
They are. There's about 17 locations. It looks like bars, taverns, hotels, addresses, and cities and stuff. And you know, there's Dane, there's Brackenshire, there's kind of cities spread out all over the place.
Okay.
AAA guide.
He has a very, very dangerous looking dagger. It is made of what looks like obsidian. It smells really bad, especially on the edge where you see a slimy grease spread across the blade.
Okay.
The mage has a spellbook.
Okay.
It's not very extensive. There are about 11 spells in it.
Okay.
He also has a ring on his finger. It is glowing blue.
Okay.
Alright. Down the list. One of the other half-orcs has a pretty decent right arm bracer. The other one's not so hot. It looks like his armor is pretty piecemeal. But it doesn't look like it's made of anything like special material. It's just very well polished. There are quite a few scratches and scuffs on it, but it looks relatively new. Being a thief yourself, you get the sense he probably stole this within the last week.
Okay.
Pretty high quality.
Love that.
Yeah. There are 2 golden spears, or goldish metal head spears that one of the half-orcs has in kind of like a double holster on his back. The wood is interesting. It's kind of like a deep, purpley swirled zebra wood.
Ooh.
You can tell it's real wood. You've just never seen wood like this before. And the head is not super exotic. It's quite pointy and conical instead of a flat, like, shovel blade or spade blade. But very exotic looking. They are not glowing. They are not humming or vibrating. Just very pretty and very shiny.
Okay.
All right.
PFR's favorite word, shiny.
Mm-hmm.
Yes, very shiny. And speaking of shiny, all the half-orcs and the mage, they have a total of 237 gold.
Okay.
Not a lot of silver. They only got about 35 pieces of silver between them. Looks like these guys were well paid to be here. As on their person, you do find some what looks like mercenary paperwork. It's kind of like, please be here this stretch of time. You'll be expected to protect, certain people. No questions asked. Any funny business, your contract will be ended and you'll be executed, kind of a thing.
Okay.
That is what you find on the corpses that you fought.
Yes.
For an hour and a quarter, I'm going to give you 30% of the lair's bone pile's contents. You're just not going to have enough time to go through everything.
Okay.
So 30% you find. Let me just divide this up. All right.
If I'm getting a really kind of wind effect through your mic.
Oh, me?
It's Steph.
Oh, my fan's on. Hold on.
Darn summer.
Yeah.
I struggle with it too.
I got 2 going right now, so no worries.
Yeah.
There we go. I just turned it down to low.
Sounds good to me.
Okay.
No pun intended.
So, the rest of the room. Let's talk about it real quick. You find on a corpse, it seems like the only bit of clothing that has survived is a very nice pair of shoes. Too small for your dainty elven feet, unfortunately. Perhaps it was for a child. They are purple velvet with a gold trim encrusted with blue gems. What did you say, a 29 investigation?
29, yeah.
You get the feeling that these are worth about 35 gold. Very nice shoes. For some reason, nobody put them up on the hoard.
Okay.
Even though most of the wealth in this room was transported to the hoard, you do find loose change here and there. Just for your edification, you find 26 pieces of gold, 13 pieces of silver, 45 copper pieces. You find no platinum.
Okay.
On Shekis's corpse, you find what looks like a kind of, not really like a saddle, but like a kind of a platform where if she was so inclined, someone could ride her. You find a little bit of a saddlebag.
Okay.
In the saddlebag, you find a black leather bound spellbook.
Okay.
What could go wrong?
This one is locked. There is a Eothara, you would recognize this as a cadmium delta lock. It's very, very well made. There is nothing written on the outside. There is only the inscription of a black bat wing on the. Find a number of baubles, trinkets. Looks like strange spell components, perhaps, within this satchel. You also find 3 strands of hair. Almost bunches, really. One strand is blonde. One strand is shorter. It's kind of a blondish brown. The other is a chunk of blue crystal. There's also little silver figurines of strange symbols you don't understand, and there's a little bit of platinum in the figurines. There's gold inlay. There's about 22 of these trinkets and doodads, most of them no bigger than a baseball, and because you don't really recognize their craftsmanship, with a 29, you get the feeling that this little arrangement of trinkets is worth anywhere between 50 gold to maybe 1,000. You're not sure.
Okay.
So, definitely not sure on all of those.
Okay.
Lastly, on Shekis's corpse, you find a large supply of very strange metal, forged into plates, connected by little chain link sections, forming this spiky armor on her body. And as you guys are sort of checking over it and looking at it and really getting in there, you notice that this metal is not metal. You're not sure what this is. This is going to require a little bit more specific investigation on somebody's part, and you're going to also have to give me an Arcana check if you are proficient.
I am not. So
I'm not proficient either, but I can guide whoever wants to.
We'll need Mr. Smarty Pants to take a look at it.
What is everybody else's breathability? I know I got 2 minutes out of Baranor.
3 for Eothara.
3 for Eothara. Anybody below 3?
No, I'm also 3.
Okay. All right. So I think that's everybody, because Yuno and Kravish and Maeven are up there. So I'm going to need everybody. I'm going to roll for Giovanni. I'm going to roll for Thorsten and Luther to make a con save, please.
Just the ones that are outside the bubble?
Yeah. Yep, because, and this is just in that hour and a quarter, just to see how well you do against, because 3 minutes and you got to get back in the dome and breathe and then go run back out. Sometimes you discover something, you lose your breath, or you stumble.
Okay.
Can you keep your breath is the question. I'm gonna say Luna is hanging out in the dome. She doesn't have to.
That's what I figured as well. But
yeah.
Neither of us rolled well, so.
Okay. Well, it looks like
Luna's like, I've met my death quota for the week.
Yeah.
Baranor, you're the first roll, so you got a 20, right?
From the first time, yeah. But I rolled again and got a 7.
Oh, okay. 18 Eothara. A 7 from... I need one from Barry. I need one from... I got Giovanni right here. Giovanni didn't do so well, so...
I was going to be in the dome.
Well, Giovanni does have protection from poison up as a spell, so...
Well, he's fine then.
Well, I'm just saying he has that available, so if he wished to cast it on himself or cast it on anybody else.
Okay, does he want to do that? That just was never anything
I
that
don't know,
was
that's-
said that he wanted to do.
That's your call. You said you were going to take him.
Yeah. That's fine. How many people can he do?
Let's see. He has. Let's see. Protection from poison is a 2nd level spell. He's got 3 open 2nd level spell slots. I mean, he could upcast it if he wanted to. He's got 1 3rd level, so I mean, if he really wanted to burn them all, he could cast it up to 4 times. So himself and 3 other characters.
He's going to do it twice and hold on to a couple spells. He doesn't know what's going to happen the rest of this day. He'll do it twice.
Are they each caught in concentration, or is it just one go and go?
I think it's instant.
Yeah, it's instant.
not
It lasts for an
concentration.
hour. It's not concentration.
Okay, so let's see. Yeah, Luna is definitely not hanging out up here.
Yeah,
In here.
so it gives you saving throws on your. You have resistance to poison damage.
Okay, so let's say then he's gonna give it to Luther. Luther's the most hurt. Luther's gonna roll again. Well, he passed, but he's gonna roll it again. It's much better actually. And we'll say the other one he's gonna give it to Eathara. You look like you're pretty busy, and he doesn't want you to have too much of a hard time. So anybody who got below a 13, you're gonna take 6 points of poison damage.
Okay.
All right. So, in that hour and a quarter, when Kravish and Yuno, you find that you're pretty sure you've got a huge big pile of copper, and everything else is in the bag of holding. You won't be able to fit some of these items. Let's just go through what they were.
We got big burly dudes. We can handle it.
Yeah, I thought the plan was to divvy up them before he left.
Yep, that's fine with me.
How are we getting out of here, guys?
Okay, let's see here. Here we go. Okay. Yeah, there is quite a few things here. There's this big jar. It's about 2 feet tall. And it's got some kind of ethereal, spiritual, glittery gold essence in it with sort of a draconic face. There's a silver mirror. Sorry?
I was saying that should probably go in the bag.
Bag can hold only 20 pounds more.
That was with the whole horde. I think if we cut the copper out, we halved its weight to something like about 200 and something.
200 and something. Okay. All right.
Because
You will be able to.
10,
yeah.
10 it was 10,000 copper pieces that weren't going in.
Yeah, 10,000.
I'm spending the hour to use that time to make that 10,000 into an ingot, or as big of an ingot as I can make, that's worth up to 100 gold pieces worth of.
Yeah, I think that's what it was going to be worth in the end.
Yeah.
I think it was going to be worth
10,000.
100 gold. Yeah.
So
Okay.
I spend the hour collecting all of it, and it just, after 1 hour, into a large ingot worth 100 gold pieces.
Yeah,
How long does that last?
It's sizable.
It lasts forever. It's permanent. I make the copper into a ingot worth 100 gold pieces.
Well, fuck.
Let's see here. Hold on. I'm going to do some math. This could work.
So we just
The
got
weight's not
a
gonna
block of
change.
Copper.
The weight
The weight-
won't change. No.
Weight won't change, but I want to see how much that would weigh. Hold on. Let's see. How much?
200 pounds.
10,000. 200 pounds? Yeah. Too
200
much.
pounds.
Oh, it's a brick of copper the size of a loaf of bread.
So that way it helps separate all the coins for you guys, so that way you don't have to ship
Mhm.
through copper. It's now all in one clump.
Okay. So, yeah, you've got a pair of blue swirly bladed daggers. You've got a great sword that's really, really shiny. None of these weapons have scabbards, so you're going to have to do something about the blades if you want to put them in the bag of holding.
I'll take the daggers.
You don't
Yeah,
have to.
I know. Are we Are we identifying here, or are we waiting for a different location?
Might be better for a different location, but I don't know.
Well, I just don't want to haphazardly pick up a cursed weapon.
Yeah.
Do we have any cloths or anything to wrap these weapons in that don't have scabbards?
Make a perception check.
You can use the remnants of my shirt that's been...
I'm pretty sure there's enough material around.
Yeah, between all the other bodies and such, you can make some swaddlings.
Yeah, okay, I'll do that.
All right, takes you about an additional 15 minutes. I need a con save from everybody.
Okay.
Everybody?
Everybody. I'm going to say at this point, the dome can stay up as long as Yuno doesn't leave. So everybody who's inside the dome at this moment can stay inside the dome at this moment. Everybody else, give me a con save.
I just want to confirm, we have no more room in the bag of holding for anything.
No, we have 20 pounds, right?
20 pounds worth of space, and
what is the capacity of a bag of holding? Is it 250 or 500?
500 pounds and 64 feet squared or cubed.
Wait, so it was 20 pounds. It was 20 pounds without with the copper. Now without the copper.
That's right.
Yeah, it's like 240 pounds total.
Yeah.
Could I take some of Shekis? Could I take some of Shekis?
Sure.
Want to come look at this weird metal?
Corpse lies beneath a tree.
Because I was hoping to get some more... Sorry, go ahead, yeah.
What did you say?
Oh, I said you want to come look at this weird metal that's because you're a forge guy, right? So I don't know what to do with this. I have no... Ithar is it's just metal, so...
It's metal, but not metal.
It's metal, but not, and it's kind of cool, but I don't know what to do with it, so...
Well, either somebody with forging experience or who's just a general smarty pants.
I'm trained in smithing, but I don't know if I'll be able to determine.
Are you proficient in Arcana?
I am not.
You don't know what it is. It is just a weird, and it's not smooth, it doesn't hug the curves of her, arm muscles. It's almost like it's chipped out of crystal.
Is Yuno not proficient in Arcana?
Well, you're going to have to drag it over to him because he can't leave the tiny hut or the tiny hut disappears.
Oh, that's fair. If I describe it to him in great detail.
Give me a persuasion check at disadvantage.
Guidance.
Yeah, there you go. Hey, too bad you got to do it again. Oh, that's your con save.
Yeah, it was my con save.
My bad.
Well, I guess when we're when we're finished getting all the coinage in,
I'm pretty sure that doesn't work even with guidance. 7.
7.
What the hell are you talking about?
Fine. We'll you can look at it later.
If it's a dragon,
I'm a nature guy. This stuff doesn't look natural to me. Okay.
Are we sure?
What?
It's not natural.
It's not my favorite terrain, so.
Jesus fucking Christ.
You don't like a smelly, swampy, slimy, acid-covered lair with bones?
No, I did not choose swamp as my favorite terrain at all. If I had known, maybe, but I chose grassland and forest because that's where I figured we'd be.
Well, what are we doing with the rest of the stuff? And because it sounds like everything will fit in there, you just gotta sort of. Sounds like Axton is wrapping up the hooked blade with this green and black kind of smoke swirling around it. It's not steaming out of it like it was with the Windrazor. It's kind of actually swirling, slowly orbiting along the blade to its tip and then back down, and it's just constantly doing this green and black smoke. And
that still sounds sketchy as fuck.
The gleaming greatsword, definitely made of. You guys have seen it before. It's rare, but you've seen adamantine before.
Oh.
It is a rare and valuable and very good craft for armor and weapons kind of metal. It gets wrapped up.
Giovanni
There's
probably
also-
claiming that one right there.
There is a warhammer that looks like it has the opposite effect of the adamantine metal. It looks like it is almost made of a material that absorbs light, so everywhere around it is kind of darkened, and it's very heavy until you start to move it. Get a little momentum, and it feels like it lightens right up. Everything else seems to be in order. Ithara and Baranor have spent some time searching the corpses of this place, and seems like the room is there's just so much crap in here. There's like, half-framed pictures. There's just a lot of, there's little works of arts jammed into the hoard that's fallen now. Like there's marble busts. There's, parchment that falls apart in your hand. Just don't feel like
month if we want to pick it clean.
yeah. And now there's just this huge copper egg on the or copper loaf of bread. And as Yuno and Kurvish were kind of clearing all of that out, you get the feeling that this is where...
Can you hear me?
Oh, we lose Steph.
No, you lost. I couldn't hear anybody.
Oh. Can everybody hear me?
Yep.
Okay.
Yes.
Sounds like a you problem, bruh. You get the feeling that this is where Chekas slept. There are shed scales all over the floor here. And there is what looks like a very small, maybe 2 or 3 foot long black dragon skeleton.
Oh.
That's it. That is pretty much all you guys find in this room.
Well, it could be a creepy centerpiece at the keep, but other than that...
Giovanni's going to take a look around and just kind of give you all a nod. Well, we did it, didn't we?
Yes, we did.
I am going to take the quick way out of here, if that's all right with you. I can take some people with me. I think it's only fair that, well, maybe not fair, but right, that we take the most of the wounded. He looks at Sir Luther.
Yeah. What is this fast way you're speaking of?
Whoosh. He spits his draconic shape into form. I mean this shape.
Okay.
It depends.
Wasn't sure.
Do we want to go to Stonehelm Keep, or do we want to go back to Dane?
I think we need to take a little bit of a victory lap. I think we need to go check on Rathburn.
Yeah, we need to check on Rathburn.
Revolution.
Yeah.
Check on the Marquis and everybody. Actually,
and then head back to Dane.
Yes, my father will want to see you all, but I'm going to bring Sir Luther to Rathburn, and maybe we'll get him patched up.
Sounds good.
And you see the draconic Giovanni pull from what he has, what looks like on his back, kind of like a dragon backpack that you guys never really noticed before. He pulls a pair of manacles out of them, claps them over Sir Luther's wrists.
Does he still have those, or are those the ones that I stole from him?
He has lots. He has quite a few. He's a medieval cop. They have a couple pairs. Clasps them over Sir Luther's wrists. Sir Luther looks at him with a little bit of worry. Just for safekeeping, brother. And the Duke's son, Giovanni, fills his wings with air. See you all in a little while. And flaps them up, flies straight up into that beam of light from the top. You see it briefly get swallowed by darkness as he passes through it.
Okay. How high up was that?
Now that you can really see some light through it, because it looks like the clouds have buffeted away, about 150 feet in the air.
Oh, okay.
Pretty high.
Yeah. All right. So how the rest of us getting out of here?
Well, our mode of fast transport just kind of departed, so we're gonna have to hoof it.
Yep.
So we got to go
Through
get
the
our rentals, our rent horses.
Through the pools. We had to swim through 2 pools to get here,
Yeah,
and a bunch of tunnels.
yeah, we're gonna need to rest and heal up if we're gonna, because
Yeah, but we need to get out of here because it's toxic.
right. Any other more direct ways? Is the way we came the only way to get into this tunnel? Are there other tunnel entrances?
Well, you're gonna have to stick your head in these pools of acid to find out. You do know which one to get out of this room that you came through is back here.
Right. Oh, but there's all these other acid pools.
Yeah.
But
I'll
there's
say
nothing else
that the
along
one
way.
she's in, this one, and this one, they look pretty shallow. This one also looks pretty shallow over here. Smaller ones all look kind of shallow, but bigger ones get kind of dark. It's difficult to see.
Wasn't the acid changing to like brown water though?
Doesn't mean you can see.
I know. No, I got it.
Oh yeah, it was starting to like fade, that glowing green, and now it's kind of like dulling in color a little bit to like a sickly brown.
Okay.
Not for nothing, but Yuno's water breathing is still up.
Yeah. I think we should go the most direct route. If our goal is to get out of here, we should just go the way that we know, rather than try and recon another route.
Yeah.
I'm up for anyway. However you guys want to go.
Thorsten's going to go with the flow.
Yeah. Doesn't make much sense, though. If there was a more direct way, why would Shekis's minions have to go through this entire convoluted way to get here?
She was very fond of the book series Family Circus.
Barry, I didn't know you read.
It has pictures, okay?
Fair enough.
How can you read this? There's no pictures.
Yes.
Alright, well, what's the plan? What are we doing?
Good. Wait a minute. You said that was about 150 feet up where the opening is?
Yeah, it's pretty high.
Yeah. I don't think anybody'd be keen to climb 150 foot of rope. That would be bad.
Yeah, but we'd have to get it up there first. Which was my thought when, Giovanni was going up there, was he could have tied off the rope to something, but he left already.
I have one.
I can get up there.
I could get up there too. I have one instance where I could dimension door up that way.
Okay.
And I think Yuno has that spell as well.
Yep.
If you have dimension door, could we not all just go up there?
No, you can take one person with you.
One person. So that would.
That's all you can take.
That's 4 of us.
Right.
Well,
You
one
said
of us would have to
150
take Luna
feet?
because she can't climb.
Right.
Because she doesn't have thumbs.
Yeah, Luna does not have thumbs.
So one of those 2 people that would go with us would be Luna.
Right. Still 4 of us would go. I'm including Luna in that number.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
I mean,
Does that work?
David can run up vertical surfaces, and if she runs, dashes,
I think it's a
movement
dome,
dash.
though.
You run up inclines because
Yeah.
it starts to go backwards where you're fighting gravity
I don't know.
directly. I would say no.
I would say, let's do this. Let's, Yuno and myself take Luna and Baranor. Let's get up there. Let's amongst us secure the roping, drop it down, so that way Maeven and Axton can climb the way up.
India's
And And Ithara.
And Ithara, yeah.
What's the skill used for climbing?
Oh, this is a 150-foot rope, or 150-foot climb. I'm going to charge you a acrobatics or athletics check for every 50 feet you climb.
First of all, do we have 150 feet of rope?
I think enough of us have 50 feet spans that we can...
Okay, just making sure.
Everybody has a pack. Everybody's pack has 50 feet of rope, I'm pretty sure. The only one who might not have 50 feet is like Maeven, because she's a monk and they don't carry stuff like that.
Yeah, no.
And I will say this, Maeven.
Mm-hmm.
If you can figure out how much you can run up walls, I'll give you the first 50 feet for free.
It's 180 feet. It's my movement speed. And so if I movement dash and then spend a key point, I get 180 feet.
I'll give you 50 feet of it before it really starts to incline big time to where you can't really grip anymore. At that point, I mean, it's not like a huge dome. It's like a volcano, where it's kind of narrow. So I'll let you make it, an acrobatics check to grab the rope, and you can climb up the rest.
Okay, I will take that.
If you wanted to do that.
Absolutely. Why not do... What is it? Dope monk shit, as we like to say.
Yeah. Have Featherfall at the ready just in case.
Good idea. What's the range on Featherfall? Is that touch? No, there's a range on it, actually.
Yeah.
Let me check. I have it. Hold on.
Okay. So the 3 adventurers and a dog taking the easy way up.
60 feet.
60 feet? All right, you'd have to... let's hope they don't fall until they get to the top. And then you can cast Featherfall. All right, so I am going to need an athletics or acrobatics check from... not Kravish. I'm going to need one from Axton. I'm going to need one from Sir Thorsten. And... I'm going to need, Maeven, you're going to skip this one. And what the heck, is that it?
Ithara.
Ithara and Axton and Thorsten need acrobatics or... Sir Thorsten did real good on his athletics check.
Guidance on myself.
Yeah, I should have been one of the ones to stay down.
Oof.
Yeah, I really should.
I still got my D4, so.
Okay.
14.
All right, that's barely enough. It's taken you a minute and a half, for real. You're struggling. You're tired. You've got acid scar on your body that you're thinking about. Your chest skin is like on fire. Your hands are slimy and greasy. You're having trouble grabbing the rope. You slip down a few feet. You get about 1/3 of the way up without any issue at all. So go ahead and roll them again, folks. And now, Maeven, if you want to skip up the ceiling and then race across and make a mad jump, go ahead and make an athletics or acrobatics check. Grab that rope. Another from Ithara. Another from Mr. Thorsten. Ooh, natural 16. That's pretty good. He climbs up that rope like a champion. Oh, Jesus. Dude.
13.
Axton.
Oh no.
That is what you needed to pass this check. Do not miss it again. The DC is higher the higher you go. You barely hold on. You can feel the rope sort of slipping through your fingers. You fall on top of Sir Thorsten, who kind of tightens his grip and gives you kind of an anchor for you to climb up his armor a little bit and kind of get yourself back. You almost fall down. You guys are 100 feet up. You can now see that light above you, bathing the lair beneath you in light. Your eyes are starting to squint from the brightness of the sunlight above you. I need everybody to make one more check.
I guess we learned that Axton doesn't like heights.
It's not that I don't like heights, I just don't like falling from heights.
It's not the fall that kills you; it's the landing.
Yeah, it's the sudden stop at the end.
22, Eothara, you are at the top. Oh my god.
Oh no! Oh no!
God. Oh my god.
There you go.
God.
Baranor should have been the one that stayed down.
That's 3 terrible rolls in a row.
Alright.
Is that 3 5s in a row?
5, 4, and a 5.
No, I meant of the check.
I rolled a 5 in the first one, I rolled a 4 on the second one, and I rolled a 5 on the third one.
I'm sorry. Oh, okay, I see it. Yeah.
I have +5 to athletic.
Yeah. I was getting it confused.
In any case, Axton, being the bottom of the rope, everybody begins to climb over you. You are really tired. Even Sir Thorsten manages to kind of shimmy from one side of the cave. He kind of like grabs his foot on the rock as it's getting narrower. He kind of pushes off the rock and slips by you. Your hands.
Can we start to pull up the rope?
You pull it. You start to pull the rope up. And it slips right out of his hand. He starts to tumble down. It's 5 feet down before he crosses that 60-foot threshold.
Featherfall.
Featherfall.
Can I reach out and grab the rope as I'm slowly falling?
Yes, you can. I just need a dexterity saving throw from you.
Oh my god.
That's so good for me.
Oh no.
So it's like in the movie Gravity, where Sandra Bullock and George Clooney are reaching for that rope, and it just misses your hand, and you start to slowly drift down, unable to grab it again. How long does Featherfall last?
1 minute.
1 minute. It takes you a minute, and you hit the lair's floor again.
Yuno is going to jump out of the hole and cast Featherfall on himself and float down to where Axton is.
All right. After about a minute, you see Yuno's form slowly descending like a god above you. He lands right next to you.
I'm going to grab him and open a new dimension door.
God damn it, you could have done that.
It was
Well, we thought Big Burly Man had the strength to do it.
Yeah.
I'm tired,
Fair enough.
okay? I'm tired.
Very tired, guys. All right. You dimension door, you kind of wrap yourselves up in the cloak of your robe and disappear into a puff of smoke. Reappear right where you were just standing 2 minutes ago, now with Axton in tow. You are all on this ledge, lined with bones. Some of the bones are covered in meat. It seems like this cave goes for about maybe 20 feet. There's a wide perch where you can overlook all of the calded sticks. You're very, very high. You can see the grasping ridge below you. Unfortunately, there is no direct way down, and it looks like there are jagged, mountainous outcroppings kind of along the way down. So, if you guys want, for the sake of levity, I can have you guys roll a series of athletic or acrobatic checks to navigate with ropes and pitons, climb down, which would take considerably longer.
What?
And you just climbed. It's a long way. It's a long way down.
Okay.
Like, how many minutes do we think down? Like, if we were just to jump off the edge.
You would hit its slopes rather quickly. So you would quickly start sliding, and then you'd hit a rock that's jutting out. If you were to climb down, you're looking at about maybe 4 hours of safe climbing.
Jesus.
We're going to need to rest before we do that. At the very least.
The time of day is currently about maybe 2 in the afternoon. But I want to change the music because the sun is out. It's like super not disgusting and gray and gross. It is rather chilly, however. You're all kind of high up and you're grabbing at your coats and your jackets.
You know, one of those new wands isn't like a wand of teleportation, is it?
Well, I mean, I can cast Identify on it.
Yeah, this ledge is, like I said, it's about 20 feet wide. The tunnel that leads to the top of her lair is maybe 20, 30 feet deep. With just everybody's passive wisdom, everybody can see the skies are rather clear. Look all pretty alone up here. Don't see any creatures in the sky or anything like that.
Well, we can rest for a little bit and decide on what we're going to do, because, I mean, we climbed up here, now we got to climb down. So...
Yes, but this guarantees that we don't run into any of her creepy minions, Baranor, says Sir Thorsten.
Yes, that's true. Unless she has creepy minions out here, too.
I don't see any. And you see Sir Thorsten kind of patrolling the edge of this cave mouth.
Sure.
See any at the moment. I will certainly take watch. You all want to rest? By all means, rest.
Yeah.
Going home, one way or another.
Very true. I'm down for a climb down the thing, but some of us aren't as graceful.
All looking at Axton.
And Luna. She's a wolf after all.
So,
Not a mountain goat.
here's the deal. If we all run and jump off the edge, I can get 5 of us down safely.
Split the party.
Out of the 8 of us.
Will you be able to recover a Dimension Door spell if you rest?
No.
Too bad. How far can you get with Featherfall?
It's 1 minute.
Okay, so I'd say you'd probably get maybe a third of the way down the mountain with 5 people safely. That would cut out a certain amount of checks for those guys. You'd be separated as well.
Oh, wait, hold on. I think...
Well, Maeven could probably climb down this without any problems. She could probably run down this thing.
Not gonna make Maeven roll for climb. She probably did it for breakfast when she was in her temple.
Yeah.
What happened?
No.
I was in the bathroom.
I was saying that Maeven probably didn't need to feather fall down. She could probably just run down the mountain.
Well, if we do need to get a second group, just put me in the first group. And well, wait a minute, I already burned my Dimension Door, and I can't upcast it, so never mind.
Like this. How much work is it going to take to avoid the
What do you mean you
dungeon?
can't? What do you mean you can't upcast it?
Well, I'm
you've
looking
got
at
enough
D&D.
spells.
I've got 1 5th level slot.
Right, you can use the 5th level spot for a lower spell, right?
Yeah. It's just if it's not a spell that can be upcast, you don't get any additional benefits and you burn that higher slot. I've always allowed that.
Okay.
I certainly hope nobody has forgone casting a spell because they don't have that low level spell. If you want to burn a higher level spell, cast a lower one, by all means, you're free to do it. It just, unless it specifically says that it upcasts, you don't get any other benefit.
Yeah. I can use my absolute last spell slot if I'm in the first group that Feather falls down, and then I can Dimension Door back up to grab the second batch, including me again.
But that only gets us a third of the way down. We still have to climb.
It's just the DC and the number of times you have to roll would be lowered.
Yeah.
That's all.
Okay.
Well, if there are alternatives,
How many are we?
There's 8. Or wait, no, because Giovanni left. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. I think there's 8 of you.
including Sir Thorsten, yes, 8.
I don't know if you can, like, polymorph me into something that can fly.
Oh, okay, that is actually a smarter idea than what I was thinking. So, hold on 1 second.
Can you do Giant Eagle? Giant Eagle could grab 2 people at a time.
And polymorph lasts like an hour, right?
Yeah.
I could also
get this
use
done.
that. I also have, for that last spell slot, instead of Dimension Door, I could also polymorph.
The new form.
You do a Giant Eagle too.
I don't think he can polymorph it to that challenge rating.
Hold on, please. I got an idea.
Okay.
Okay,
think-
so I can make up to a CR10 level beast.
Probably.
Giant
definitely
Eagle's
Giant
like level
Eagle.
4.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. This is what everybody does with polymorph. When they have to really traverse, is they always go with Giant Eagle because they can carry 2 people on their back.
Giant Eagle's a challenge rating of 1. So,
Yeah.
Oh, 1?
yeah,
yeah.
Giant Eagle's a challenge at 1.
Okay, never mind.
They're a
For some
large
reason, I thought it was
beast.
high.
They can carry 2 people's worth of weight.
Yeah, we can go up to CR. I could carry it up to CR10. Can transform up to CR10.
Again, Maeven can probably beat you to the bottom.
Would you say that a mammoth can navigate this terrain super well?
Negative. I dare you to try.
Look at that. A dire mountain goat.
That would be interesting.
There is a giant goat.
Definitely interesting.
Gravish,
The
do
mountain
you
goat
have...
would take as long, or would take longer to get down the mountain.
Well,
Gravish, do you have enlarge and reduce?
I do not have a large reduce.
you want to enlarge a giant eagle?
Pterodactyl is a small beast. That's stupid. Oh wait, what's the coaxacoatl or
What the
whatever?
coatl is? That's what I was looking at right now. That's a challenge rating 2. It's a
Okay.
huge beast
All right, so
with a strength
All right.
of 15.
yeah, it's a huge beast. I would say a huge beast is that you can carry 1 more medium creature's worth of weight, or is it double? I forget how it works.
I think it's for
That's a huge
everyone
beast
above
strength.
medium. It's double the carrying capacity.
I think it's,
Calculate carrying capacity for a
your-
medium creature. Then
I think
you
it's your
double it
call,
for large, and then you enlarge it, double it again for huge.
Okay, so 4 people on a coaxacoatl. That would work with 4 people on their back. 4 people on their back, Maeven running on foot, person
That leaves-
himself,
That leaves what? 2?
2 people, 2 more people.
Okay, so here's the plan.
So we got a fighter jet and a Airbus.
So I'm gonna turn Axton into the Coaxacoatl. So that's 1 right there. He can carry 4. So that's 5. So Maeven's going to run. That's 6. So who does that leave? So
Me.
I'm staying behind.
I'll stay
You
behind as well.
and I'd say you and Sir Thorsten. Sir Thorsten's going to stay behind and protect the wizard.
Oh, okay. I was going to...
Okay, so let's do that, and then once they're safely down, I have a even crazier plan.
Oh my god.
Sir Thorsten shows visible regret.
I immediately regret this decision.
Turn into a turn into a goldfish?
No, not it's a little
Sorry.
crazy.
It's a little crazy.
Fox knocking at humor.
Critical roll. Yeah.
I could just jump and turn me into like a, I don't know, a whale or something.
What about an armadillo? You'll just roll all the way down.
Or a potted petunia.
Yeah, potted,
no.
potted. Was it petunia or daisies?
Petunia.
Use bull
Petunias, yeah.
petunias.
Yeah.
Ah, not again.
Oh, ground.
Yeah.
All right, what's your idea there? You know.
Okay, so once they're on the ground, I'm going to cast haste on Sir Thorsten.
Hold up. How long would it take the Quetzalcoatl to fly the four of us down?
Probably about
less time than an hour.
probably about 20 minutes. But he's gonna have to do something while he's doing this, so I want to hear what Yuno has to say.
Okay, like he could take 2 trips.
Well, I mean, that would be safe, but then I can't catapult Sir Thorsten off the side.
Oh my god!
Hope we get to the bottom in one piece. I mean, I guess
safe.
I guess we'll just wait till Axton flies back to us. Fine.
Wait. Hold on. I need to know. I'm too curious and evil. You want to? How do you want to catapult Sir Thorsten?
I was gonna have.
What happens when he lands?
I was gonna jump on Sir Thorsten's back like a spider monkey, right?
Okay.
And then cast haste, so his movement speed is double. So we launch down the slope like a missile, and then cast Featherfall once we launch off the edge, and we should hit the ground safely.
Okay, Sir Thorsten is
all the way to the bottom.
This. Sir Thorsten
All the way to
is
the bottom.
super into this. Yeah. Sir Thorsten is into this. He is going to... Wait, hold on. You all are in the middle of changing Sir Axton... That'd be nice.
Sir Axton.
Into a Quetzalcoatl, and then you all of a sudden see Yuno jump onto Sir Thorsten's back like a backpack, and he does some magic trickery with his fingers, and all of a sudden you see Sir Thorsten start to vibrate and shake like he's on a really high caffeine high. He runs as fast as he can from the very back of the cave, launches into the air and starts to arc downwards. You get about 2/3 of the way down, and you start to approach the ground.
Featherfall.
Both of you immediately hit the ground. I believe haste wears off after 6 seconds?
No.
I think it does.
I think it's a minute.
Is it a minute?
It's a minute. Yeah.
To be sure, I thought that after a round of fighting with haste, you have to stop.
No.
You were really slowed and lethargic.
No.
It's when haste is expired, then you become catatonic.
It's up to
Okay. Yeah.
Okay, so...
It doesn't last for 1 minute.
I would never use haste if it was 1 round.
Now, that being said...
And 2/3
casting...
of the way down.
2/3 of the way down?
At 2/3 of the way down, and I'll say you get about 50 feet short of the foot of the grasping ridge before you start to hit boulders, and that minute runs out, and Sir Thorsten collapses, and he is just like, oh my god, that was amazing. Let's just wait here for a little bit and take a little rest. And he falls asleep.
And you can wait for the Quetzalcoatl to make a return trip.
Yes. All right, Axton, you watch as you start to fly. Sir Thorsten, with Yuno on his back, rocket down the slope of the mountain. He lands very gently about 2/3 down the way. As you are flapping your wings, you start to forget what you were doing and where you were going and why there are people on your back. I need you to make an intelligence saving throw.
I'm sorry, guys.
Shit.
I'm not super smart.
Guidance? Does guidance work on saving throws? No, it doesn't. Fuck.
I don't think so.
No, it doesn't.
Intelligence. All right.
Speak with animals. I'm casting Speak with Animals.
Okay.
You do that.
Because what you see, Baranor, is you see this strange winged dinosaur with a large, pelican-like head start to turn his head almost all the way around, and just go, Rah! And start to flap his wing and start to buck all of you off of him.
Yeah.
Axton, your mind has been reduced to an animal. There are parasites on your back. Gotta get them off. What the heck is going on? And you want to speak with animals?
Yes. Speak with animals. Is that what polymorph does? Just out of curiosity.
Polymorph, yeah, it turned it turned your mental stats revert to that of the creature.
Okay,
you're able to remember.
Speak with
You're
animals.
able to remember your. You're able to remember your mission, but if your intelligence score is low enough, and this has a -4, and it becomes difficult to figure out what is happening, and especially if conditions are really different. Like if you just want to fly from one ravine to the other, that's not hard to do. But carrying people on your back, that's a different matter.
Yeah, speak with animals, and I'm going to be like, Axton, come on. Remember our mission. Hey, remember. Hey, focus.
Go ahead and make a persuasion check.
Oh. Do I get any advantage on it?
No, you've never spoken to a Quetzalcoatl before, but I will let Axton make an insight check with advantage.
Okay. Persuasion, you said?
Uh-huh.
Oh boy. This ain't gonna be good. Oh, it's not bad.
Hey. Not bad at all.
All right.
Yeah, 19 for insight. That's pretty good.
That's pretty good.
Yeah,
Okay,
15.
so your message gets through to his little pea-brain dinosaur mind, and Axton, you're able to remember, oh, that's right, I'm supposed to carry these things somewhere down the mountain for some reason. You're not exactly sure what, but you remember that they're not a threat.
Oh.
Sail down the mountain, enjoying this breeze between your wings. It's peaceful up here. All of you. As you sail down the grasping ridge, the edge of Shekis's lair, come to a quiet, buffeted stop at the bottom. Your Maeven is waiting.
Yeah.
Look about 50 feet up on a rocky ledge, and you see Yuno just kind of standing there next to the unconscious Sir Thorsten, snoring away.
Well, I think he's kind of got the right idea.
All right. Come on, Axton. We need to go grab those two.
And make whatever a quaxolotl sound is. And I refuse. And then okay, fine.
What are the other stats of a Quetzalcoatl? It's a charisma. It's got a charisma -3.
Yeah.
I mean, that's a face only a mother could love, so, you know.
You got a neat mohawk-like thing, though.
Yeah, they do. They're cool. Is it like picking up a brachiosaurus in its mouth? Like, what the heck is happening in that picture? So weird.
What picture?
There's the stat page I'm looking at is on dndwiki.com.
He's like picking up like a little brontosaurus or something.
Yeah, it's like a little brachiosaurus in its mouth. Those things like 150 feet tall or something.
Yeah, they're big.
Must be a baby.
The little
Which
foot.
probably makes sense. It's like Littlefoot. Aw. It's getting killed by Petrie.
Yeah. Oh, that makes me even worse. That makes me feel even worse.
A little bit. After some aero engineering, all of you finally make your way back to an unfamiliar part of the Calded Sticks. This is not exactly Shekis's lair entrance. You look around, you don't see that mass of thorns that surrounded that dead pool of marble statues. Crested this large dead tree with corpses hanging from it. It was the entrance where you fought the 7-headed nightmare hydra, made your way down into her lair to finish her off. You are in the wilds of Valandiir. But you are on the ground. The swamp is just as disgusting and filthy and muddy as it ever was. And I will say, Axton and everybody else, go ahead and give me a perception check, because you are pretty high up. You can see pretty far.
Everybody else?
Just a third.
I'll give that one to I'll give that to everybody if you wish.
31.
Fair number 31. Hey, I didn't even roll my max, so yeah.
I mean, I didn't either.
Well, you did. You
I
turned that down for 20.
I know, but I could guidance myself, and I have psychic knack. I could go even higher.
Well, we
I
are
will
on
say,
it today.
yeah, you guys definitely can see pretty clear. It hasn't been this clear to see ever. Like, you've never experienced the Called It Sticks this clear-aired. You're able to see clear miles and miles away south from your position grove. A mass of large kind of coniferous trees where you encountered Giovanni locked in his cage. And you get the sense that if you make it there, you'll be able to find the path south to Rathburn.
Can we
Is
change
there
me
anything
into another
anybody would
large
like to
thing?
do?
I was going to say, can we change me into another large thing so we can get out of this place quickly?
One of those elephants from Lord of the Rings.
Depends. Let's see, how long does that last?
Polymorph lasts
Hour?
1 hour.
So you've used 40 minutes of it. That's all you've used up is 40 minutes of this polymorph. I'm gonna say, generously, Sir Thorson eventually wakes up. He grabs some rope. You guys were able to climb down the remaining 50 feet to a point where I'm sure got sick of climbing and Misty stepped to the bottom. But with 20 minutes left, you guys can do with what you will with the Quetzalcoatl.
I say let Axton just have some fun as one.
Go
Sir
on,
Thorson
we'll
is
go run and
into
play.
just hiking.
Yeah.
All right.
What's that?
I said Sir Thorson is into just starting the hike to the grove.
Yeah, same.
So,
Baranor is using his compass, figuring out which way he needs to go and what's the best route and everything.
go ahead and give me a survival check. You can do it with advantage, as everybody is helping you because they want to get the hell out of here.
Hell yeah. All right.
Yeah.
Guidance. Didn't even really need it, but why not? 25.
25. Yeah, you're pretty sure you can get yourselves back on track even without just directing to the grove. Like, you don't feel you're that far away from the entrance to Shekis's lair that you experienced. You do see in the ground, surrounded by puddles, little ponds, are dead trees and erected stone structures that seem to be leaning in different directions. You feel that you're close to that ruined city that surrounded Shekis's lair entrance, but just on the outskirts, and you're able to navigate towards it to the point where all of you are able to find the grove and able to travel back on the road. It's about, say, conservatively, about 4, maybe 5 o'clock in the early evening once you reach the grove.
It took a day's travel to get from Rathburn to the edge of the grove, wasn't it?
Yes, and we were facing difficulties because of her presence as well.
That's right. Path seems clear. I am going to have Axton. You've since come out of your pterodactyl-like form. Flight was amazing. You have a newfound love for flying, which is kind of a sad new addiction. You probably won't be able to do it again. But
Hey, this armor could be highly enchanted. You don't know what I could put on
it's
this.
true. Right. So I'm going to have Axton and Sir Thorson both give me perception checks as you're just kind of keeping an eye on the surroundings, because you are starting to notice animals kind of prancing around in the distance that look like there are swamp creatures, much more natural looking, crows and coyotes kind of prancing about. So let's see if you see anything weird.
Who's all doing this?
Paying attention very well.
I'll do this and guidance.
Okay. Did you say vote?
Yeah.
Woo!
I was just seeing who was doing it, but Axel's doing it, so very nice, very nice.
30 total.
30-30. The landscape is much more alive than it has been before. It's strange to see the blue of the sky reflected in the swamp's pools that surround you. Still a swamp. It's not like the death of Shekis has completely changed the landscape. It's a lot more natural. There's still a smell of plant material and rot. It's not as damaging and assaulting to the senses as it once was. Again, it's just such a breath of fresh air to look up and see the sky. Not that miasma of this fog that stung your nose, it made you feel like you had a cold the whole time. Oh, sinuses are clear, so is your intention. As you make your way through the grove towards Rathburn, there's about a good 4-hour journey before nightfall through the grove and along the trail. If there's anything anybody would like to do or say.
Giovanni, not Giovanni. Karish, do you want to serenade us with a traveling tune?
Sure. Yeah, we didn't, with our horses, we didn't plan one for Maeven, so I'll invite Maeven to kind of be on the horse with me.
Mm-hmm.
And
Okay.
I will start singing a song of victory.
Ooh.
A song of triumph and perseverance.
All right, folks. The Sir Thorsten start to look into the distance as Ravish plays this melancholy but purposeful song of success. And Kervish, this whole time you can feel Anthem's edge at your hip grow lighter and lighter with each passing moment, till it almost feels like there's really nothing on your hip at all. You feel that it's energy just flowing through your fingers as you pick your strings. The whole day's energy starts to just douse you all in this belief, a collective sigh, a deep breath that doesn't feel acidic in your lungs. You get about halfway between the grove and the Rathburn before night starts to fall. The sky goes gray as it normally does, with a tinge of blue. The sun dips beneath the horizon. Your feet, those of you who are walking, your horses begin to grow tired to the point where you feel your bones aching and cracking, your eyes closing on their own. Fatigue starts to set in.
Let's go ahead and make camp.
All right.
All
Sounds good to
right.
me.
I vote we make camp here.
Sure.
Camp indeed. I will have the ranger and the super perceptive fighter and the very, very dexterous elven thief have all of you make independent perception checks. Baranor, you can make yours a survival check if you wish.
No, perception's better. Dirty 20.
Guidance.
I didn't guide this beforehand, but
23.
if 20 fails, I can add a d6 to it.
It does not.
Okay.
Baranor, as you separate from the group and find a nice kind of highland area where the mud and the water seems to drain away from, where you guys have a good vantage point and you can see with relative, good eyesight your surroundings, you notice that there are no predatory creatures approaching. It seems the entire swamp, alive though it may be, is giving the huge group of weapon-bound adventurers a little space.
All right, recognize.
However, Baranor, you and Luna both do see something in the distance that intrigues you. See a certain antelope-like creature that you've only ever heard of, never actually seen one yourself. It's called the silver-horned deer. It has a whole arrangement of antlers. This looks like a very proud alpha male of its herd. Wanders about maybe 2,000 or 3,000 feet away. You can just barely see it. Luna was the first to spot it. As everyone else starts to settle into, kind of carving out little corners in this area to make camp and we start a fire, you turn back at this deer. You know that these deer are difficult to hunt. But to catch one would be something for the ages that you could tell your descendants.
Oh,
Luna takes a step towards it.
What did you say?
I said Luna takes a gentle... Oh, I think he's talking to both of us.
Yeah. Reach, what did you say?
I was going to say, you want to.
I know I want to.
Luna takes a shallow step towards it. Just kind of sits, looks up at you, and then stares out at it.
Now, when you say capture one, you're talking about live or
Hunt.
I'm sorry, hunt. Okay.
Oh yeah, hunt.
Okay. I'm just making sure we're on the same page.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
You know that they're not so rare that they're like endangered.
Right.
They're just not very common.
Okay.
This looks like a big one.
All right. Well, I can. I'll look down at Luna, kind of nod, kind of look at the group, and be like, pantomime going and
Yeah,
hunting
we're like,
that way.
peace out.
Right.
And now I'll sneak over there. I only need to get within 600 feet, so
Before what?
before I enter my bow range.
Oh, okay. Yeah, give me a stealth check for you and Luna.
Okay. Eleanor's is with advantage because of the Cloak of Elvenkind. Luna's, however, is not. So this should go great. I will guidance Luna.
How far away is his target anyway?
It's about 2,000 feet from camp.
Wow.
You definitely clock Baranor kind of taken off. It's not unusual for him.
So Baranor got a 25, Luna got a 27.
All right. You definitely feel safe from this thing. It doesn't seem to spot you.
Mm-hmm.
So you're about, what did you say, 600 feet?
That's the maximum range of my Gardener's bow. But because I have sharpshooter, it's not with disadvantage.
All right. Take your shot. You feel pretty confident that you're not going to get seen.
Okay, we'll go with the armor-piercing one. And I will be, on a hit, I will be expending a charge of the Entangle spell.
Okay.
Alright, so let's make sure this is normal. Okay. Or am I rolling it with advantage because I'm hidden, or how does that work?
Oh, yeah, you're hidden
Just
for
good.
sure.
But am I rolling straight or with advantage?
You can roll with advantage. You're a rogue, right?
Steady aim.
Yeah, there you go.
25 to hit.
Yeah. That hits.
Okay. And then my sneak attack is 2d6. So 4 plus another 8, so 17 points of piercing damage.
Okay.
And the Entangle spell is it's my spell modifier,
Okay.
or spell DC.
It's a string
15.
save, right?
Yes.
String save. All right. Yeah, your arrow pierces him right in the neck. He was pretty far. Sharpshooter was able to give you just under a killing blow. something about the chill in the air, as it's rather chilly tonight, and the fact that it's getting dark. You're able to get it, just not quite take it down in one. The arrow explodes with vines that wrap around its body. It's going to try to sneak away as best it can. It got a natural 2. It is bound to the ground. It's digging into the dirt with its heels, or with its hooves. Its silver-capped antlers, which kind of look like a reindeer, are just sort of knocking into stones and gouging dirt as it's struggling against these vines that wrap around its legs. 600 feet away.
Taking my second shot.
Actually, I have a question, Baranor. What type of rogue are you?
The soul knife.
Oh, okay. Go ahead.
That's why I've been using
What are the... Let me see here.
If you were an assassin, that shot would have been critical.
I know.
That's what I was thinking. Okay.
I know. What were we going to say, Joe?
Just trying to find out if you have disadvantage on a prone creature who is... when you're using...
Is it prone or is it restrained?
It's restrained and it just fell over.
Oh, okay. Well, yeah, I would have, like... With sharpshooter, would I still have disadvantage?
I'm just trying to look at the literature. No, you'd be fine. Doesn't matter. Okay. Make your next shot.
Second shot. This is just a flat roll. Flat roll, though. 19 hit.
19 hits.
Okay. 10 more points of damage.
10 more points. Your second shot hits it, strikes it almost in the exact same place. Still not a killing blow.
Jeez.
You see Luna kind of look up at you like, it's tough. It's tough, boss. It's hardy. And she darts towards it. She's gonna make a run to close that 600-foot distance.
Yeah.
And you see her start to stalk around this elk.
Okay.
Very slowly around the elk. And you see her kind of dip her head. And she's going to make a strike.
Okay.
At its neck. She's going to try to tear its throat out.
Alright. 25 to hit.
Hits.
9 more points of damage.
You see Luna's fangs sink into this large elk. It's big. Now that you see Luna up next to it, and she's a big wolf, you notice this thing is a pretty big creature. And she just takes its fur, and you see her shake her head, and this spray of blood across her face bathes the ground beneath the elk. You see the elk's legs shiver. It gives one last... falls down silent.
Alright. How big is the elk?
It's considered a large beast. It's huge. It's a big thing. Very big.
Okay. Well, I will, and I'm about 400 feet from the group, so...
From where you are?
Well, yeah.
This thing was 2,000 feet away from camp, and you're 600 feet from it.
2,000. Okay.
So you're 1,400 feet away.
Okay. Well, I will like look at the trees, kind of memorize where I was, and what's the most being that I'm a ranger, I know what's the most valuable thing on the elk is.
It depends what you want to do with it.
Well, is it just a good source of meat, or is there like the horn's extremely valuable or something?
Oh yeah, you know that this thing's antlers are very highly sought after. They look like they're made from silver.
Okay.
You know that any ungulate, their hooves are valuable, their tail is valuable, their testicles are valuable.
Okay.
Their eyeballs, you can sell their weird bits to strange spell component kind places.
Okay, I will go up to it then, close the distance and go up to it and harvest the parts that I know are valuable.
Okay.
And then we can
a survival check.
All right. Normal. guidance? 25.
25. That's pretty good. So, if you
I can go higher if need.
Yeah, if you have room in your satchel, you can store 4 hooves, which is like from the last knuckle up a couple inches. Not like from the lower knuckle or the lower joint on the leg. It's pretty close to the hoof. You can keep the 4 hooves. They're about the size of your hand. They're pretty big.
Okay.
The elk's tongue, his oysters, so to speak, his tail, and his gallbladder and stuff like that. Like there's organs that you're able to kind of grab. I'm gonna say that you're able to cut a section of the skull away from the antlers, so there's like a disc of skull material, but you can't cut through the antlers. They're
right. So the skull comes
made
with
of
it.
metal, pretty much. Yeah.
Okay. Gotcha.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. And once I'm done with that, I will make my way back to the rest of the group, and kind of if we want to, I just caught us dinner as well, guys. But I'm gonna need some help bringing that stuff back.
I think I can help. I got some room in the pack, I think.
Sure.
I'd be delighted to help you bring your game. You see Sir Thorsten kind of start to march towards you.
Oh, yes. What did you call it again?
Silverhorn deer.
Silverhorn deer. Sir Thorsten, are you familiar with a silverhorn deer?
I am. I've never seen one myself, but I know that they roam the lands and they are revered for their magnificence, and if you say you found one, that's quite a find. You should be proud.
I'll raise up the antlers in my hand and be like, yep, found one.
My gods. Good job, old boy. It'll make a fine mantelpiece.
Indeed. All right, let's go grab some meat from this thing so we can eat hearty tonight.
All right. I just need a survival. I just need a survival or a medicine check from anyone who wants to harvest meat. That's all it's going to take.
I have medicine and survival.
Guys.
All right, with a 19, you get 2.
20.
Nice.
What's that?
Oh, that's enough. I'm rolling 2 dice instead of 1.
Okay. I can
right.
go higher. I can go higher with psychic knack if need be.
Well, he's able to see here. Axon, did you roll
Baranor,
one too?
I was wondering, should I actually roll or help him?
No, Axon, what you should roll. You roll.
Okay.
Both harvest meat.
Yeah,
There's nothing wrong with both of you taking this on. 19's a good roll.
I'm going to...
20
Did someone cast guidance on me? No, someone cast guidance on Baranor. I'll cast guidance.
I cast guidance on myself, so...
Oh, sorry.
Nice. Oh.
No, 17 plus the D4. Also 19, so you had 20.
Nice. Oh, you both get the benefits of rolling 2. Okay, so go ahead and roll 2d6 each of you.
2d6? Okay.
Yes, sir.
Oh, shit.
I rolled 2 ones.
I rolled a 1 and a 3, and 1 and a 2, so 3.
Oh, so what were the numbers?
1 for me.
1 2 for me.
Okay, so Axon, you find 11 pounds of venison that you're able to kind of score away without kind of slipping into the bone or kind of cutting it. You know, you're not a butcher, kind of using your knives or your halberd or your axe and just kind of getting the job done.
Actually, I am a butcher. I'm a cook. I have cook's utensils.
Did you roll your medicine check with, or I was going to let you do medicine or survival?
I had both, so I rolled my medicine with
your proficiency. Well, that's what you got. with your cook's tools, you got 11 pounds. Baranor, you got 12 pounds of viable ration meat.
Hey.
1 pound will feed 3 people.
Nice.
I leave you to do that math. I will not do that math. Once you get back to the camp,
One pound will feed 3 people?
Yes, that's correct.
Okay. Gotcha.
Pound of venison. As you return to camp with these packages of these lumps of meat in your hand, as you come back to camp, you hear a little behind you.
Oh no.
You turn.
Is it a boneheaded vulture?
It is a boneheaded vulture.
Hey.
2 more arrive. They don't look at you. They just dive into the meat.
Sure.
That's it. That's all they do.
Okay.
Just something you notice on your way back to camp. Kravish, Ithara, Maeven, you all turn and notice Axton and Baranor return with a whole heap of meat under their arms.
Goodness. Impressive.
Yeah, we're gonna eat like kings tonight.
Standing. I am famished.
And kings, we're going to eat like kings too. Ithara grabs a little chunk of it, sticks it on a skewer, and sticks it over the fire.
Queens, you mean?
No.
That's right.
Yes.
Queens too.
Yes.
Just ignore you entirely. Like, shut up. We all know I messed up. It's fine.
Sit here, staring at the embers of the fire, sort of drinking in this newfound peace amongst the Calded sticks. We're gonna take a little break.
All right. Axton, get that wand out. Not Axton. Sorry, get that wand out.
Jeez.
I have this.
All right.
I have this really cool book, but you have to pay for it.
One of us has to unlock it, correct?
Who do you think is going to be the best at doing that, sir? None of us. It's a cadmium lock. There ain't no way. There's no way this is coming open. We'll talk about it later.
I got this.
Well, we'll get to that after the break. We'll call this 4 o'clock Eastern Standard. We'll come back here in 4:15 Eastern Standard, and we'll see what the book has in store. All right, folks. See you in a bit.
All right.
All right.
All right. Well, as Axton and Baranor return to the group, you all kind of settle into a night's sleep. Is there anything anybody would like to do before turning in?
How many hours before we need to get like 8 hours of rest?
It's like 10 o'clock, maybe 9:30 at the earliest right now.
Nah, I'm just gonna turn in.
Turn to what?
I'm just gonna turn in. I was gonna read some book, but I don't need to.
Okay.
Can get in a couple of identifies for some of these items?
Yeah, I can do it to 3 items.
Okay.
So it just depends. And then in the morning, I'll be able to do it to another 3. So.
Right. Let's see here. There are.
I can cast Identify as well, and it can also be cast as a ritual.
Oh, well. How long is the ritual? 10 minutes?
10 minutes.
But you have to be touching the item the entire time.
That's true.
But now we also have to remember, Identify can't tell you if it's cursed or not.
That's right.
Oh no, accident holding a sword for 10 minutes.
All of a sudden, he doesn't want to let go. All right, well, let's move through these items here. And I thought I had all of the name cards with me. I do not. I will post them on Monday morning because they're on my other computer.
Okay.
But I do know what they all do. Let me get back up to part of the chat where I had all the stuff. I will say that I remember one of the earlier items in the horde in the lair that you found was a pewter ring with a wolf and winter motif.
Oh, you mean this one right here on my hand?
Yeah. This was something that Baranor found.
Actually, Ethara found it.
I found it.
Ethara found it, okay. Yeah. And at some point during the detect magic fiasco, it was glowing, so you were able to determine that it was magical.
Awesome.
There's also there's the warhammer, the hooked sword, the bottle with some gold draconic thing in it, ring of prismatic refraction, the blue crystal shard. It's all up by August the 3rd in the main chat. There's a whole block of pictures.
Mm-hmm.
All of those items are magical, and Ethara's new ring.
So not the daggers? Oh wait, the daggers are in there. Never mind.
No, sorry. Those daggers and the sparkly sword, those are not magical. They were just in the horde.
Oh, okay. And the mirror?
Also, the weird-looking axe with the purple inlay is also not, surprisingly, not magical.
Oh.
Everything else is, though. So, the question is... also, I believe, Ethara, you picked up a ring off the mage that had a blue in it, and that was glowing.
Yep.
I mean, visibly. You didn't notice it was glowing during any detect magic, but you realize, I don't think anybody was casting that when you found that. You just noticed that it's got a icy blue glow to the gem in it.
What about this dagger that looks like it's made out of obsidian and smells bad?
That was also not checked for magic.
No.
So the daggers and the greatsword are listed under unidentified items.
Mm-hmm.
So identify would still tell what they are or what they do, even if they're not magical? Okay.
Absolutely. It'll give you all the... If you want to burn a spell on a non-magic item, it will give you all of its attributes. Absolutely.
I assume we should start with the magical items first, then.
What's first?
This jar with the dragon in it, the glittery dragon. That one's just me personally.
Agreed. I like that one.
Inside is a dragon that could have gotten us down the mountain easier.
Okay. You want to do the jar first?
Please.
Okay. I will post what you all get, or what gets out of it right here. This is what the dragon does. The dragon jar. If somebody want to read for the class.
This magical glass jar is sealed or unsealed using the command word Velum. Once opened within 10 feet of any large or smaller ethereal creature, either alive, dead, or undead, creature must make a DC 15 wisdom save. On a failure, the creature is compelled into the jar where it cannot escape until released by the command word.
Oh, so
there's a dragon in there?
Yeah.
Did Kravish say that out loud?
God.
O.M. goodness.
Well, Yuno would be the one telling us.
Yes.
Okay.
Kravish's jaw just dropped.
And it's a
Right.
gold liquid inside?
It's not a liquid.
I know. Gold, you know what I mean. There's gold. It's a gold dragon inside.
Would Identify tell you what is inside?
No, it actually does not tell you anything about its contents. He just gets a sense for what this thing does.
Okay. Not that it's empty or occupied.
Guess what we're doing tomorrow? Guess what we're doing tomorrow?
Can the just for out of character? Can whatever's in the jar see outside the jar?
I don't know. Are you going to want to communicate with it?
No. I'm for just shits and giggles. I'm just wondering if it's gonna sit in the jar and watch us sleep. Or it's like, God damn it, you could have released me during the night.
As your characters look at this jar, you notice that it's not like staring at you constantly. It's almost like this shimmery, glittery, sparkly essence inside sometimes swirls really fast, and sometimes it slows to a very slow orbit around the center of the jar, to where sometimes that glitter coagulates and gathers and forms a draconic-like face before disintegrating and continuing its little internal dance. It's never like a solid face staring at you all the time.
Okay.
Yeah.
I also don't like how he says draconic-like.
Well, you never really see the whole face. It's just kind of like you see pieces of it, so you're kind of like able to gather up that it's got, like a reptilian look to its face, and its eye looks like a dragon's eye, kind of. I mean, it's
sure.
Okay, what's next?
It's you're the magic guy with the wand. Your pick.
You just tell me what to point at, and I'll point at it.
Let's point at that blue crystal shard.
Aha, the blue crystal shard. I do not have the nameplate on this computer, so I'll tell you what it does. With a wave of his wand, you are pulled, your feet locked to the ground. You feel all of your arcane essence being like sucked downward, and you're getting the feeling that this is what's known as an arcane anchor.
Okay.
This jewel has one charge in it, and if you expel its charge, you know that this jewel is shattered, but it has the ability, and with Identify, you're able to determine, it has the ability to refill 10 levels of spells.
Jesus.
But only once.
Yep, and then it bursts into little shards.
So can become a warlock for one time.
He's got a spell battery for one-time use.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
All right.
Next.
What's next?
All right. Baranor's been looking at the daggers. Let's get those daggers looked at.
Well, no. Yeah, hang on. Has Yatharis showed that she has the ring?
Yes,
sure.
I'm chewing. Yes.
Chomp, chomp.
I'm curious what the ring does, to be honest.
Okay.
Go for it.
You pointed at the wolf-like ring, and you discover something very unique and interesting. You've never heard of this kind of magic being used. Very powerful, but very niche, very specific. And not powerful in like it releases 20 fireballs, but the architecture needed to craft this spell, you get the sense that there's a demiplane involved, and an incredible amount of intuitive magic that's able to sort of read your mind and tailor this demiplane in some way until you finally find out exactly what it does. And what you find out it does is this.
It creates one of those hounds that can move.
What did you say? What?
It creates one of those hounds that can move.
There, why don't you take this one?
Alright, this carved ring of silver depicts a wolf amidst a wintry landscape. A willing beast companion, challenge rating 1 or lower. I don't know if we can even determine that. May inhabit the 30 by 30 foot demiplane existing within the ring. The habitat is instantly tailored to the creature's preferences, i.e. snowy wolf den or treetop nest. provides air, food, water, and other needs the creature may have. Time is slowed to 1/4 that of the area outside of the demiplane, and the creature can be summoned using the command word tool. I assume that's how it is. Does not require attunement. So we have 2 Pokeballs. Very nice, very nice.
What do you want for it?
Well, okay. Were you going to say something, Jeff?
No.
Okay.
I want to know what you want for it.
Well, I mean, I was planning on giving you this anyways, but I might as well give it to you in exchange. And I pull out the wind razor.
Ooh.
Okay, well, I am not one to look a gift horse in the mouth.
And before you can grab it, I pull it away with the caveat that you keep your sister safe. With
always, always. Never, not once will I leave her to the wolves. I got one. Okay, that's the only one y'all get ever, probably.
She told one the other day that they were really good. I can.
Yathara, you grasp the wind razor with your hand. It is exceptionally light. It is a kind of an arm-length scimitar. It has some strange runes carved up the blade neck. It has a black and silver wrapped handle. And when I say light, I mean you try to swing it and it just almost jumps right out of your hand with how fast you're able to swing this thing around.
Oh, I like this.
Baranor, as you grasp the ring, since it does not require attunement, you can tell that this ring is currently occupied.
Oh, there's something in it. Okay. Hey guys, we got 2 full Pokeballs.
Oh, interesting. Guess what we're doing tomorrow?
You ever like go to a game store and buy a Pokemon game and then see what they have on there that they didn't delete from before they sold it?
Right.
That's what I'm feeling like.
Yeah. Those are the 3 charges.
Really cool, or it could be a little goldfish.
Yeah.
You feel the wand kind of go dead in your hand. All of its charges used up.
Magic Man, I have a couple things for you. And then pull out both books, and I give him the one that's just a normal looking one, and I keep the fancy one.
Okay.
Actually, you said you could ritual cast identify, correct?
Yes, I can.
Okay. So we can do some more if we wanted to, or we could wait till morning.
Well, I'll say this. The spellbook you receive is fine. It looks not very well made. It's not as nice as yours. However, there's a lot of overlap of spells between what you already have. But I will let you choose a 1 4th level spell of your choice, 1 3rd level, 1 2nd, and 3 1st levels that you don't have that you can add to your spellbook with the proper amount of time and gold spent.
Wow.
Can you send me those numbers just so I keep track of them?
Yes. Yeah, I'll when we put them in the chat. And you can choose these yourself. 4th, 1 3rd, 2nd, 3. There you go. Sir Thorsten is going to stoke the fire and begin to remove his armor where, he's wearing soiled but regal-looking garments underneath his wadded. He's going to tuck in for the night. Thank all of you for everything that you've done as a team thus far, and he's going to toddle off to sleep.
It was our pleasure.
Anything anybody would like to do?
Yeah.
I think I heard. Go ahead.
I said, I'm going to go in and just kind of check in with Maeven. Just see how she's doing. Like, on a scale of from bad to awful, how you doing?
What is Maeven doing right now?
She's just not necessarily meditating, but kind of just sitting off to the side, trying to it would appear that she's trying to relax, but it's not working super well. Does that make sense?
It does. I'll say that in this moment of peace, you see Kravish start to approach gingerly, gently, with respect to your space. He's trying to get, kind of check your temperature on where your mind is. And it's at that moment that he starts to become close that you remember that you're wearing this smeared gothic makeup. And for some reason, it just drives you nuts.
Do you have any water?
I reach in. I've got just the thing. I reach into my performance kit and the disguise kit that I've got, and I've got a little bit of some solvent that helps get the makeup off.
Oh, thank God! And I'm just going to overly aggressively scrub her face with it. I'm very pink afterwards.
Yeah, no, I'm easy. I try to help him start gingerly, kind of helping her wipe some of that stuff off. This stuff can really hurt your eyes if you get it in there.
Oh, it's okay. I've had worse. Is there any other clothes here? Anything at all? Did we bring anything? I want to get. I think it's leather. It's not how I roll. I don't like it. I need to get it off of me. I have to get it off of me. I can't.
Hey, okay. It's okay. We hear you. I look in the disguise kit and see if I've got a pair of clothing, and it's knee-sized, but it's at least a different change. We can see what we can do to pin some things up here.
Okay. And then that's when you can see her start to relax.
Mm-hmm.
That's when she's finally out of all the garb and the makeup and the everything. And
man, I picked good clothing. You look good.
Do I?
You look perfect.
It's about 5 sizes too big. You've got kind of like a purple silk shirt that's sort of hanging below your wrists. It's about a foot below your waist. You've got these kind of trousers that are cinched up, so they're real baggy, like Jinko jeans. You look like you're in your PJs. And you're comfortable.
At least comfortable.
Yes, very roomy.
Roomy. We'll roll sleeves and cuff pants and all that jazz.
Mm-hmm. And silk doesn't feel too bad right about now.
I don't think I've ever worn silk before.
Do you feel as comfortable as you look?
Yes, definitely.
I give her a warm smile and a hug.
Mm-hmm. It's been a long day.
It has been a long week.
I'm sorry.
Get some sleep.
Kravish and Maeven, you kind of nuzzle up next to each other, and Maeven, you find yourself instinctually sort of tucking your head into the crook under his chin. The fire is warm. It's not too bright. Those of you on watch, which we'll discuss that, don't feel terribly exposed. Axton, you and Baranor kind of stare at the remaining unidentified magical items. I didn't know if you guys wanted to explore that.
I'm fine with going to sleep if everyone else is.
No, I'm not going to tempt fate. I'm not going to get cursed.
Does it really say you have to be touching the item?
As far as I know, the way I do curses is you have to attune to it. If you're attuned to it, then whatever is in there will transfer over to you. But you can pick up a cursed dagger or a cursed sword, and you can chuck it away. It's not going to, this isn't like Balog, where
it does say you have to touch it.
Yeah, but it's not really how I roll.
No, I got you.
You have to attune to it to really, because otherwise, anytime somebody
I'm
tried
saying-
to take it away, like that's a really cursed item. If all you do is touch it, like that's like,
I'm saying identify is touch.
yeah, it is.
Yeah.
It is.
Okay, fine. I will take a look at some of the weapons. I am interested in
A
the
couple.
yeah. Like I will look at what is it? There was like a reflective sword or something like that. Let's see.
Yeah, the great sword is up your alley as well as the hammer, for
Yeah.
sure.
Yep.
And the hand-
the great
the
sword
hand-
was
probably too.
the great sword was in the horde. It did not glow. Detect magic was posted. It's just
Mhm.
it's made of adamantine. You know that for sure. You're not exactly sure if that grants any additional properties, but it's a very beautiful sword. Master crafted. It reminds you of the Lionhead axe. Just in the utter detail to craftsmanship it's got.
Okay.
That's the great sword.
Yes, sir.
And I guess I'll look at the Dark Steel Warhammer.
Okay. So this is your
Joseph.
first time using the identify spell, yes?
I think so.
All right. You grasp this hammer, and it's heavy. Its hammerhead is about maybe 10 pounds just by itself. It is adorned in kind of a gold banding halfway down its shaft. It's got a really attractive kind of braided leather wrap. And the whole thing is made of this strange stone-like material that no matter how much light, like you take a stick out of the fire and bring it close to it, and it's almost like the lit flame on the stick dims and you touch it or get it close to this hammer. As you touch it, you don't feel anything particularly strange. You don't feel like a race of goosebumps across your arm. You don't hear any voices. And you start to really look into the middle of this hammerhead, trying to divine its inner secrets. What can this thing really do? And as you invoke the knowledge of the Allhammer to kind of discern what this thing is, you get the sense that it has the following characteristics. It is a +2 Warhammer.
Oh
Plus
my!
2 that's +2 to rolls and damage dice. On a hit, you do an additional 1d8 dark matter damage.
What the hell is that?
Is there going to be a card for this?
Yes, there is.
Okay.
On a critical hit, the target must make a let me try to remember. I think it's a charisma saving throw, or their soul will be sucked into the hammer itself.
I think I like this weapon.
This doesn't mean, you get the feeling that this doesn't mean it will instantly kill whatever it is.
So we have a lot of magic storage devices.
For the purposes, well, no, you get the feeling it doesn't suck the soul into it and like store it. It like consumes it.
Oh, okay.
And you know that doesn't mean that the creature is dead, but you also know that there are certain requirements for resurrection spells that this would definitely prevent.
Oh,
You know, like in the wording it says, is if the soul is willing. Well, if there ain't no soul, there's no resurrection.
Mm-hmm.
yeah.
That kind of thing.
Wow.
Jesus.
It also has the ability to siphon light from around it if activated, and it only can bring it down one category. Like if it's bright light, it makes it dim. If it's dim light, it can make it go out. And that's a 20-foot radius around you.
Kind of makes for stealthy.
It is called
Action
the
with-
dark. It is called the Dark Star.
Dark Star. Accident with stealth? What?
He'll be unstoppable.
And yeah, as you're holding it, you're all noticing that Axton is like kind of harder to see than he was a minute ago. He hasn't moved. The fire hasn't gotten dimmer, but as he sits there and holds it, it's like his little corner of the campsite is a little darker, harder to see him.
I assume it's a tune requirement.
It does. It requires attunement.
like
Anything else?
I looked at Baranor. Did you want me to identify anything for you?
If you're feeling up to it, the daggers for sure.
The 2 daggers of green and blue swirling metal. I'll take a look at that.
Yes.
And then I'll get some rest.
You
good.
burn your last identify spell. You put down the hammer, and you instantly notice that the area you're sitting in grows brighter the moment it leaves your grasp. You don't feel cursed. But then again, you wouldn't, would you?
Yeah, I'm like...
Hey, I can put it down. That's the main thing.
You can put it down anytime you want.
I don't want to.
But it gets
daggers. The daggers, as you're holding them, you're just kind of looking at them, and you're like, daggers are not my thing. And you are a fighter, so it's not like you're unfamiliar with them, but they're just a little small for your taste. You like big, strapping weapons, and it's just then that, bam, nothing happens. They're not magical. They're not magical. They are just regular daggers. However, they are made of a rare earth element called sidrolite.
Sidrolite. Got Tellarite and Citrulite now.
Yep.
Okay. Are these also +1s, or...?
No, they are just regular daggers.
Okay.
You do know, however, that these daggers in particular, they do double damage against aquatic creatures.
Oh, wow. Okay.
And that's not magic, it's just a quality of the metal.
Okay.
They react abrasively to creatures inhabiting the deep sea. Or the sea in general.
You have to spell Citrulite for me, but... yeah.
It's it's C-I... E-R-I...
C-I-E-R-I?
C-I-D as in David.
Okay.
Sidre, R-I-L-I-T-E.
Okay. Citrulite. All right.
It's a valuable and rare metal, but it's not like it's made of gold or diamond. You know that it would fetch a fair price, but you've never seen daggers made of sidrolite. Usually sidrolite is used in like arcane teleportation circles, or sometimes molded in molten sidrolite. Sometimes they make underwater craft, the hull out of pieces of sidrolite.
Sure.
Weird to be a dagger.
Okay.
And that's it. That's what you find out.
And that's double damage total or before the modifier?
That is double. It's like a crit. You double the dice damage and then add your mods.
Alrighty.
Yep. But you don't have to crit.
Yep.
So if it does crit, then do you double the double?
Yeah. Basically.
Jeez.
Yeah, if you crit with these against a sea creature, look out. It might explode.
Yeah, polymorph ready and just change everything into like a sea serpent or something like that.
Almost into an octopus.
Yeah.
Nice. Cool.
I would love to see you guys find out how that works. That would be awesome. And then you crit with that. All right. The night grows colder. It's starting to get a little shivery. The fire doesn't warm quite as much as it did when the sun was still out. You guys can feel yourselves pulling your clothes at your neck, cinching them at the neck and pull closer to you. Those that are sitting next to each other instinctually find yourselves kind of scooting a little closer together for body warmth as 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 snowflakes start to fall from the sky. One after another. Just a light dusting of flurries that slowly float on the windless night air. Till your eyes grow heavy, and the day has grown long. If there is nothing else, you all roll over as close to the fire as you can and drift off to sleep. Pravish.
Yo!
You have a familiar unconscious experience.
Okay.
Your toes are the first thing you notice. You look down at them, and a silvery water washes up your ankles.
Oh. Okay.
The white sand around your feet is warm, comfortable. Look up, and the waves are just so gentle as this body of water before you is nothing but silver glass for miles and miles. As you scan the horizon, you see something else familiar. A huge, immense mountain range. You don't see anything move, but you feel a gentle, gradual wave, pulse, a beat, like a massive heart sees you and is proud of you. And like a fatherly hand on your shoulder, just feel that warmth, embrace as this beacon of dim light. In a dream, it's hard to tell what is what. It's very psychedelic and shape-changing. This light you can see is near you, but also wrapped around you and holding your hand and looking into your eyes. And just, you feel yourself finally comfortable again with existence, with reality, your situation. Not sure, but there's a contentment that you lost.
Yes.
There are no words.
Mm-mm.
No old men. No large dragons. Just the mountain range and the feeling of calm you feel again. Maeven.
Yes.
You don't sleep. Not really. And you certainly have not slept much lately. The times between beatings in the dungeons where you were tortured into the Black Wings service offered very little chance to close your eyes with any sense of safety enough to sleep. You've done your best to just survive on your will alone to keep going. Breaking here, breaking there. But now, as you lay with your legs crossed, trying your best to force your mind into meditative trance, you open your eyes, and all you see is blinding light. Doesn't hurt your eyes like staring at the sun. It bathes you in radiant energy. You haven't felt this in a long, long time. Together, you feel broken, yes. Traumatized, absolutely, but you feel like you again. The light grows slightly brighter, and you can see reaching out to you impossibly far away at an impossibly huge scale, this immense armored gauntlet hand. Not sure if you reach out, if you could even reach it. It looks hundreds of miles wide, but the light beckons you to reach.
Reach out with both hands.
What you grasp is not a hand. What you touch is not physically there. There's a tangibleness to this energy, but you also notice that you're not actually reaching with your hands. It's more your mind and your heart. And you feel that radiant light just fill your body like a cup, overflowing with this grandfatherly warmth. And you feel back in the good graces of the Dawnfather again. For you, there are no words. No whispers of encouragement or pride. Dawnfather just is. He accepts you as you are. He welcomes you back if you strayed. And he bathes you in his light when you are calm. You have so missed this feeling. It took for you to be kidnapped, taken from your friends, the only family you've really known, and stripped away from the light until darkness is all you've known for the past few months. It feels so good to be back. Baranor and Luna.
Yes.
You don't have a dream about a god or a heaven, but both of you do share some sort of psychic experience.
Okay.
You feel her pawing at your satchel. That ring in there is very interesting to her, and you can feel her kind of sniffing at it as you sleep until you kind of bat her head away, like, go to sleep, go to sleep. And all you both can experience now as you are asleep is running. Running. Luna is dipping between trees. There is a fresh spring grass smell in the air. The midday sun pierces the leaves and the canopies of this forest, and the two of you are just running together. You look at her and you're able to keep up. It's weird. You look down at your hands and you realize that they're paws. They're not arms, not legs, but paws on a large canine-like body of summer wheat-colored fur. There's little gentle, subtle stripes of brown that snake up your leg and around your neck and across your back. And Luna gives you a look or two, and she dances away. Strange.
Okay.
She's never looked at you like that before. And you've never felt like that before. It didn't feel like you. It felt like almost you were experiencing someone else's dream.
Mm-hmm.
But you were controlling yourself. You were dipping between the trees. And it's gone. So's the vision of Luna. And the morning comes to the rest of you. Scalded Sticks is very early in the morning. You all had a pot of boiling water to do with what you would at a campsite. You notice there's a thin layer of ice on the surface of the bowl. The fire has gone out, and for the most part, most of you wake up because it's so cold and the fire is gone. However, the rest of the Scalded Sticks looks swampy, but serene. Morning is yours. What do you all wish to do?
Are we gonna let the dragon out?
Baronor's gonna start cooking up some more of that meat.
Okay.
Yeah, let's have breakfast first.
It is
Let's not rip a hole in the cosmos on an empty stomach.
So we had eight rations last night, 8 rations this morning. Okay.
Yep, buddy gets to go ahead and give yourself a nice, fat, long rest.
Oh, thank God. Oh, easy.
Pravish, as the morning sun hits your face, you look down, you notice the scales of your natural armor are brilliant once again. For a time, they were cloudy, darkened, like brushed nickel, tainted green. Now they are bright and shiny, platinum almost.
All right. Wonders of a good night's sleep, I guess. I haven't slept that well since I was dead.
Iyethara, Kravish, Maeven, and anybody else that I think Axton noticed that when you rise, these deep, nasty scars across your arm or your chest or your back or your leg, they're still there.
So cure your wounds doesn't seem to be healing those types of scars.
No.
And my scar's still there. Did you include my name there too?
Your acidic scar is still there, and I spoke a little too soon last session. Your chest wound, okay, is now fully healed, but it's not. It's not gone. There, what it looked like before was a very deep wound that had almost dried.
Mm-hmm.
Now it's completely healed over with a big 3-inch scar across your heart.
Okay.
Yeah.
Oh, that's great. Woo. I haven't slept that well since I died.
The venison is delicious. I'm not going to make you roll. Between Axton and Baranor, you guys are able to forage for some berries, some nuts. It's a rather hearty meal. Fresh meat is always pretty good.
Mm-hmm.
Is there anything anybody else would like to do this morning?
Let's try out that ring first before we try out the jar.
Ring first? Okay. All right.
Ring. The ring of prismatic refraction?
No, the ring of the Haven.
Turvon.
The ring of the Wolfsman.
Oh.
So I will.
I see.
I will.
See who's occupying it currently.
I will put on the ring and say, "Tool."
You feel this rush, like a shot in the arm, and out from your hand rockets out this large, tan-hided wolf. It lands on four paws, spins around instantly, and immediately starts to growl at you. And you see it, it's darting around, it's looking around, between you, behind you, and it spins, it keeps its eye on you, closest to it, and you see it show its teeth. Luna instantly drops into a defensive position, steps between you and the wolf, and she begins to bare her teeth. They start to growl at each other, and you see this thing back up and settle into almost a look of panic. It starts to bleat.
I don't know where the heck he is. Who knows how long he's been in there.
Speak with animals.
Okay. What would you like to say?
It's okay. It's okay. We're all friends here. What do you last remember?
You see him cock his head like, "You can understand my voice?"
I can.
The rest of you just hear them kind of grunting and whining at each other a little bit. He says, "Estes, I left him not too long ago. Where is he?" "Yes, my master. Where is he? Who are all of you?"
I don't know.
He starts to back up a little further. He's very suspicious of you.
I'm sorry. I don't mean you any harm. We simply found this ring not too long ago.
That's his ring. That's where he stores me when he must go into town, and I do not wish to hunt. Where is he?
I turn to Iyethara. This ring was on somebody?
Yes, I believe so.
It was on the finger of a corpse in the tunnel leading to Shekis's lair.
Right. Okay.
Yes, it was on the dead guy.
We'll keep that nugget information.
Tactful as always. Back to to the wolf. I do not know. We found this in a submerged underwater.
Was he there? Did you find him?
I don't know. I didn't find the ring.
You see him just kind of walk up a little closer, guarded defensively. Luna kind of smells under his neck, and Luna shoots him a look of recognition. Something about this wolf. Yeah, something about this wolf seems vaguely familiar. And you notice same familiarity as you look at his paws.
Oh, no.
Looks like you look fine.
Yes. Interesting.
He starts whining and kind of drops himself into a seated position. And in this position, you notice that he's at least like 6 to 7 inches taller than Luna. He just kind of looks around.
I toss him some of the medicine that we're eating.
He just kind of sniffs it, licks it a little bit. He throws his head back, howls into the air. Luna joins him. And they just sit for a moment, sort of looking at each other, sniffing around, kind of wandering around the group in a perimeter. At times, she tries to kind of nip at his heels, and he backs away, kind of gives her a frustrated look. Anything anybody else would like to do in this moment? As breakfast is settling in your stomachs, do have a few more items.
So identify, yeah. All right. I guess let's see what this big kahuna has. So everybody gets, like how the Avengers when they were ready to assemble the Infinity Gauntlet.
Yep.
I'm gonna bust out the wand.
Okay. Everybody is ready. What are you trying to do, Kravish?
I am going to unseal using the command word of Velum to open this jar to see what escapes.
Like a seal on a wine cork pops. The lid flies off, and as you back away, this shimmery, ethereal presence glitters almost like a tornado upward, and starts to spin maybe 20, 30 feet above the bottle's mouth until the bottle is now empty. You see this strange shape, triangular almost. Its point facing down. At the top, you notice this shimmery set of eyes. The whole thing seems to be made of a tornado of glitter and glittering little points of light as this morning sun reflects off of it. It starts to vaguely solidify. You notice that triangular shape is actually a large set of strange-shaped webbed wings. They crest out from behind its back and taper all the way down to a tail. You notice that its head has 2 huge backwards sweeping horns that erupt from a golden forehead. Its mouth is ringed with these long, almost prehensile, floating tentacle-like whiskers. Its 4 limbs grip the ground, but no dirt is disheveled. It phases in and out of reality. Its face does its best to stay cohesive. And you just hear this distant voice, almost in your own mind. There's no echo, but it seems far away. I am Gamatrix, who releases me from my prison.
Do I recognize that name?
Gamatrix?
Yeah.
Yeah, go ahead and make a history check. Let's see if you know who Gamatrix is.
23.
23. You, coming from a draconic bloodline, have heard stories of ancient dragons. Most of them were bad, but the good ones did cross your desk, so to speak. And you haven't really heard many stories of dragons in your travels. This is mostly from home.
Mm-hmm.
And the name Gamatrix, it doesn't ring a bell. You've never heard of this dragon, but you can instantly detect that this thing was indeed, obviously, a gold dragon of note. Not every dragon that dies, has its spirit, that stays in the material plane. Shekis didn't have a ghost. It seems that is not really an honor, but it more comes with the age and the power of the dragon itself. Kind of like a force ghost kind of thing. And it just kind of hovers there with its wings slowly undulating back and forth behind it. Who are my saviors?
Come forth and I go, I was the one who released you. I'm Argenturoth Kravish, and these are my companions, the Crown Collector.
Crown Collectors. Kravish. I regret to say I do not know you. What is the age?
I'll tell them the approximate date to the best of my recollection. How long have you slumbered?
Long enough. I have seen my share of this living world. Trapped within the jar. The Black Dragon tortured me with images of violence and her evil. She took pleasure in making me uncomfortable.
You no longer have to endure her torture any longer. My companions and I have dispatched the wretched.
And you have therefore cleansed my lair and the land surrounding it.
Oh.
She came on a wretched wind. My age made me powerful, but her cunning was indeed what won her the day. She compelled me into the jar. Once my soul left my form, I do not know how long it has been. I do not recognize what you call years. I did not measure time that way while I was alive. Thank you for releasing me.
The honor is mine.
You deserve a reward for this service, as I now can join my fathers with Platinum Dragon on his silvery shores. They call to me.
Oh, snap.
And you see him weave a sigil into the air. A circle with a whole bunch of little sigils all over it. You recognize this as a teleportation circle. Find adventure here. That seems fitting for a group your stature. You will be met with violence. But I promise you, the goodness in all of you shines through, and you will prevail and find the nut at the end of the orchard. Tell them Gamatrix sends his regards. And you see him start to flap backwards very slowly and wisp into ethereal nothingness. Disappear.
So he rewards us with combat. Okay, cool.
Yep. I'll say that you definitely clocked what he scribbled, inscribed into the air as a circle that you can use if you wish, as you can call that memorized. You're not sure where it goes.
Okay, so we don't have to use it now, is what you're saying.
No.
Okay.
But in the same way that he knows how to get back to Stelnholm Keep, he knows how to get back to Dane, he knows how to get back to Haven's Crest, Morgan's Fortress, he now knows how to get here. Wherever here is.
I'm gonna step through the portal.
Wait.
No, it's not a portal. It was just a representation of one that you have now memorized, that's all. He was just drawing it so that you could see it and that you could use that sigil to transport. That's what it was.
All right. Well.
All right. You now have a very fancy magic jar.
Cool. And we had quite an experience, and the day's just started.
That we can store something else in.
It is a jar. If you want to put stuff in it, it'll fit.
Mm-hmm.
It doesn't just have to be a ghost. It looks like the glass it shines differently, and it's not quite as transparent as regular glass. You look real close, you notice there's this very small in lattice kind of weaved into the glass itself that you can see even when you're right up close to it.
Okay. Well, it says ethereal creature.
Huh? Yes,
Yeah, so this was like a spirit of an ancient dragon.
Yeah, so it only works with ethereal creatures.
Or very small creatures. You just screw the lid on. You could put a squirrel in there.
Sure.
Poke
Yeah.
holes in for air.
Let's not poke holes in the magic item.
You would need a magic weapon to do that. Alright, what's next, folks?
Can we pull off a few more identifies before we get going to Rathburn?
I don't think, he said he's AFK, but I don't think he would be opposed. Said he was thinking of doing that in the morning anyway. So what do we have?
What do we have left? We have
You've got 2 wands, you've got the ring of prismatic refraction, you've got the hooked blade, and you've got a fancy schmancy mirror.
Yeah, let's look at the hand mirror.
We also do have the hand axe, which you said isn't magical, but we still want to know what it does.
Yeah, it didn't give off magic.
Magic items
weird
first,
looking.
obviously. Yeah, that thing's weird.
Very weird.
Weird.
Alright.
I would... hooked blade or the mirror? Mirror, you said mirror. Okay, never mind.
Yeah, let's do the mirror.
Okay.
Mirror.
He points his wand at the mirror, and you all learn this about it.
Mirror of true sight.
Ooh.
Right, so you gotta be facing away from it to see it. Interesting.
Wow.
Very nice.
That could be really helpful.
As you sit there with Yuno looking at it, you notice that in the reflection he grows huge horns. I'm just kidding.
Oh.
Can we see the wolf in the reflection?
Yes, you can. He looks like a wolf.
Okay, just a wolf. All right.
Yep. And you all notice each other kind of pass it around and looking at things through it to see if it changes. And as it stands, the only things that you can see in the mirror that are different is anytime a magical item, you can see a magical item in it, they're covered in tiny little glowing runes.
None of us are doppelgangers then, huh?
You don't see anything about each other's appearance that looks different in the mirror, no.
Oh, well, hey, this can be used as a quick and dirty identify magic.
Yes, it can. It can also prevent us being fooled by people like Kethra.
Mm-hmm. No wonder she kept this.
Close at hand.
Mm-hmm. Didn't Eothara have another ring, a glowing ring?
I have this ring with a little blue glowing gem in it. And I have this dagger that it smells really bad. I think there just might be poison or something on it. But I think it might be magical. And there's
check it with the mirror. Check it with the mirror.
I'm just going to test something out in chat, guys. Just don't pay attention to it.
Okay.
Okay, everyone immediately see what he's doing.
Yep.
Why are you trying Toll the Dead, Barry?
I learned it when I leveled up.
Alright. You don't see anything that you haven't identified, glow or anything like that in the mirror. Like you bring the hooked sword over and it just looks like a hooked sword with smoke around it in the mirror.
Wait, I thought that was magical.
Huh?
So we don't see runes on it, though?
Not the hooked sword or anything else that you haven't actually identified yet. That's the coincidental thing about what you notice.
We have to know it's magic.
Got it.
Well, shot that idea to shit.
Okay.
I also have these two really cool spears.
Spears?
I don't think they're magic.
Right, the golden-headed spears with the beautiful wood.
Yeah, look at how pretty they are. They're probably worth a lot of money. Maybe I'll keep these.
Do you want to check your ring?
Yeah, let's do the ring.
Okay. The ring is very simple. It is it holds 3 charges, and it is a ring of icicle projection.
Icicle projection?
It has 3 charges per long rest, and if you activate this using your action, instead of your action, you can hurl 3 ice spikes at your target. It does cold damage.
Cool.
Love that.
You can only use one of the charges at a time. And once it's out, you have to wait a long rest, and you roll a D3. Or no, excuse me. Nope, not that one. That one fully recharges at dawn.
All right. One left. Let's do one of the 2 wands.
That's a good idea.
All right.
This one was like vines on it, and then the other one is like something else, right?
Mm-hmm.
We'll let decide which one he wants to identify.
I'm gonna go all the way. My bad. Not there. Where is it?
What are you looking for?
Oh, there it is. I'm looking for. Looking for this. Okay. One of these do you want with this charge of the identify spell? Yes, one looks like dark wood twisted with vines on the handle, and the other one just looks like 6 of these little crystals sort of segmented together to form a wand. Which one you want?
Let's do the top one.
Top one? He does his little tippity tap on it and discovers that it is a wand of thorny whips. It has 5 charges per day, and it simulates the thorn whip spell.
You beat me to it.
Yeah.
I was busy taking notes.
One of us has to remember to take good notes, so.
Yes. Alright. That's your second charge of the Identify wand. You got this other crystally wand, and the hooked sword, and the ring of prismatic refraction. That you still don't exactly know what it does.
Got 1 remaining charge, and then if anybody wants to do any ritual cast.
How many charges does it have?
What's
the
that?
wand to identify is 3 charges.
I think we've used up all 3.
This morning? I don't think so.
Yes, because we did.
All you did was
we did the mirror. We did the mirror. We did the ring, and then we did one of the wands.
Oh, yeah, you're right. So you got 1, 2, 3 items left. Yeah, thank you. I forgot about the ring.
I mean, if you want to do some ritual casting, we could probably finish them out with ritual casting.
Yeah. That'd be Axton.
Yeah, I can do that.
Or I guess Yuno can still ritual cast through the wand, right?
If he has it on his spell list.
I don't think he has Identify. I think he
just relies on
avoided
the
that
wand.
because of, relying on the
Oh,
wand, right?
that should be one of the spells he got from.
That's
But at any rate, what you said, we have three items left to identify.
Correct.
Did we check the hooked or obsidian sword swirling with green smoke?
Not yet.
No, not yet.
I'll look at that one too.
All right.
We also have a book over there.
Yeah, well, it's just a spell book.
I know, but ESR is holding it hostage, so.
Yeah. The hooked
For
sword.
good reason.
Axton, you
Your cash flow.
concentrate and you hold onto this scimitar-like blade. The shape of the sword is very foreign to you. You've never seen this type of craftsmanship before. The blade itself, the material, is made of some very darkened steel, very reflective but dark at its core. And there is this strange green and black twisting smoke that snakes its way up the blade. And you get a very strong necrotic feeling from this sword. It is a +1 scimitar. That's +1 to damage, +1 to attack rolls. And on a hit, it does 1d8 necrotic damage. That person must make a Constitution saving throw of a DC 15. If they fail, they are poisoned, and they have what's called a blight status.
Whoa.
And that means at the end of every one of their turns, they have to make a Constitution saving throw, or their hit points are cut in half.
Damn.
Is that necrotic damage its base stat, or is that in addition to its slashing?
Sorry, that is its base damage.
Okay.
So
just checking.
1d8 of necrotic damage on a successful hit.
I hold it up. Who wants
Slashing,
this?
bludgeoning, piercing, it does necrotic.
Correct.
I hold it up. Who wants this sword?
And that's when it has the blight status. Every time it fails, its hit points are cut in half, and then cut in half again, and cut in half again. It's a constant fraction until it's down to 1, and then it has no effect. If it continuously fails its con save.
Okay. Requires attunement, I'm assuming.
Creepy.
Yeah,
I don't like this one.
that's kind of grisly.
It's awesome, but
Requires attunement, though?
Yes, it does.
Maybe we'll let the Marquis and Jen and those folks kind of look at it and figure it out if that's what they want.
you probably know a guy.
Knows a guy who knows a guy.
I know a guy. I know a
Baranor is a little interested, not gonna lie.
What else do we
Anything
have?
else you guys want me to look at?
What do we have left?
We got a hand axe.
The hand axe.
Okay, so the ornate silver. No, that's the mirror. Strange looking hand axe. Okay.
You thought that wasn't
Yeah, you didn't get a magical vibe off of it. I'll show you.
You can still tell what it does.
That's
It's
right.
just weird.
true.
Well, I mean, if we don't get a real magical vibe, we can just figure out the magical stuff first.
Well, the great thing
What about
is my. Go ahead.
How about this creepy obsidian dagger that's stinky?
I can look at that too. But just remember, every time that I cast this, it's going to take me 10 minutes to cast.
Sure.
Yeah.
We'll do other shit. We'll do other shit.
Yeah, and we'll get to that other shit.
So
All right.
first we'll get the
So
hand
looking
axe.
at this, looking at the hand axe, you notice that you're not getting any magical essence off of it.
Mhm.
It's no sharper than any other axe you've ever seen. It's very strangely shaped. You're not exactly sure how this was forged. and it looks like it seems like it does basic hand axe damage. You don't get any bonuses attached to it, but it's just weirdly shaped. It's not shaped like a frickin' axe. It's almost shaped like a key.
Oh.
Get the sense that something very, very odd, strange, alien about this thing. It has almost like a tentacle that wraps around the handle. And you go to hold it, and the handle is shaped odd where it doesn't feel comfortable in the hand. Almost like a humanoid isn't supposed to wield this. That's all you really get.
Fascinating.
Hey, and now this obsidian dagger. That's kind of.
Yes, I think there's poison on it or something. Don't cut yourself. Be very careful.
I try
So
to change it. And I almost drop it a little bit. It's like.
Oh my god. What am I going to do?
Yeah, you concentrate on this dagger, and it is a very poorly made, jagged chunk of metal. Like, this thing looks like it was ripped off a car door. I mean, it is so obscenely made and poorly forged. You're positive this thing would shatter inside someone's guts if it ever cut you. You get absolutely no reading on the metal whatsoever. It's made of iron. And you get nothing out of whatever grease is smeared across the edge. But Ithar is right. It stinks. It smells like rot and like a sharp, almost like the BO of a yak. Just like this strong, pungent, musky, decaying, gross smell coming off of it. And, I mean, you're not an expert on poisons, but you're pretty sure if you stab somebody with this thing, that stuff's not going to help their state of mind at all.
At the very least, you'll need a tetanus shot.
Yeah, for sure.
All right. Party members, I have figured out, based on our counting up of the horde and everything, I have figured out, based on 9 cuts, for Koza, for myself, for Maeven, for Yuno, for Oxton, for Baranor, for Ithara. I figure it only fair to give a cut to Sir Thorsten, as well as a cut for the party fund.
Okay.
Does that sound appropriate?
Did you say Giovanni or no?
I said Sir Thorsten, but not Giovanni.
Okay, yeah, because Giovanni would have made it known he is not taking a cut of this thing's hoard.
Oh, good. We were intending to give him one.
Good.
Yeah,
And that cut is total. You get, each person will get 99 platinum pieces.
Jesus Christ.
I got you. Okay. 99
Okay.
platinum.
876 gold.
876. Okay.
And 574 silver pieces.
Sir Thorsten is going to take his
what was the
portion.
platinum?
Sorry, 99.
99 platinum. And that's also the same cut that goes to the party fund.
Okay.
And Ithara, we saw you gathering some stuff. Does that go in the party fund too?
I mean, if you insist. Yeah, I have it all. Hold on. I have it all added up. It totals up to 263 gold, 83 silver, and 80 copper.
263 gold. How much silver?
83 silver, and then 80 copper.
83 silver pieces and 80 pennies. Okay.
I don't think we really need the pennies, and we just left a 200 block of copper. Check this layer.
Just a solid.
That's an additional 29 gold to each
We
cut.
we can always hit people, you know? How much gold?
It's an
29.
additional 29 gold,
29.
an additional 9 silver.
Nice.
And if anybody, really wants some, fodder
Want some
for a wishing
copper.
well, You can take 9 copper.
Sir Thorsten is going to approach his portion, and it's in a sack, this huge sack. As you all have, while you guys were identifying stuff, the loot was being divvied up. He's going to reach deep into the sack and pull out a gleaming platinum piece. He's going to say, every time I look at this, it's going to remind me of the time I spent with the Crown Collectors, defending this land against evil as all knights should. Pravish.
Yes.
It is within our tradition in Dane that knights beget knights. I have seen an incredible amount of bravery and courage on your part.
Oh, gosh.
Kneel before me, Kravish.
Okay, I kneel, little unsure about what's going on here, but okay.
He draws his sword. Shink! By the power of the Empire itself, the Duke of Dane, and the knights within the Force, I dub thee. He lays a sword at one shoulder. Sir Kravish. And he touches it to the other shoulder. Hero of the Colded Sticks. Rise and be recognized, Sir Kravish. Shink! And he sheathes his blade.
Wow. Thank you.
Anthem's Edge says wow, too.
It's just this collective wow. Okay, all those who saw that coming? Not me. Okay.
You've earned it, my friend.
I'm truly honored.
And he holds his platinum piece, and he drops his share into the party fund. This is all I need to remember. This coin and this memory.
Cool.
Okay.
So you can add whatever share you were dividing out. You can add Sir Thorsten's, either split it amongst yourselves, add it to the party fund, just minus 10 gold or minus 1 platinum, whatever you wanted. So he's going to keep that one.
All right.
You've got 2 more items if you want, or you can save that for another time. You have one. You have a wand and the ring of prismatic refraction.
What about those like gold-colored zebra thing with spears?
We didn't get the sense they're magical.
Yeah, they did not. When there was detect magic up, it detected no magic on them. If you want to spend 10 minutes on them, I can tell you what they do.
Sure, I'm going to spend the next half hour identifying all the objects there.
All right. Well, the pretty spears are a matching set. They are not magical. They are not like extra sharp. However, there is a very interesting sigil carved into the bottom of the spearheads on both. You don't recognize this mark, but you do recognize that it is the mark of its craftsman.
Okay.
Does he recognize the craftsman?
No, he doesn't recognize this symbol. I'm going to post it in the chat in just 1 second. I got to isolate it.
What?
What you guys say? I heard somebody say something.
Oh, that was me. Sorry about that.
It's okay. All right, here we go. Just do this. All right, it's not a letter. It's not a number. It's like a weird, funky symbol. And oops, hold on. I lost it. Here, we'll do this. It's not anything you recognize because it's like a unique kind of little symbol, but it's in the same spot. I'll say this: it's in the same spot that the symbol that Ologrim Basher made when he made the lion head axe. Looks like this. And well, there we go. Okay. Ooh, sorry that took so long. Pretty strange.
Where did you put
it?
it?
Means.
Oh, there it is. Okay.
The crystal, the purple crystal with little gold flecks moving through it, is kind of a novelty wand. It has the ability to, if you fire this at somebody, you get the sense that it has 6 charges and then it's done, because when you fire this, one of the segments of crystal kind of explodes and rockets out towards somebody, and they have to make a charisma saving throw, or they are racked with uncontrollable laughter for 10 minutes.
Hey!
It's a DC
I want it.
13.
That seems exactly like the hijinks that the
I want it.
Maeven wants it, or
wand of touches?
No, ESR wants it. She will trade you both spears for that wand right now.
No, it is not. It is just a homebrew spell. All it does is create uncontrollable laughter. You're still able to move. You don't drop prone or anything like that. And it just lasts for 10 minutes if you fail your charisma save.
I need it.
You just can't stop laughing.
That would screw up spellcasters with verbal component.
Maybe.
It's because she can't make people laugh normally.
Go fuck yourself. And not the fun way. I want it to be really unfun when you do it.
All right.
Last but not least, the ring. Prismatic refraction, the prize of the unraveling magical tournament that was won by Lady Kethra right out from under the prince and Yuno. You concentrate on it, and your mind is blasted apart on the molecular level. The power from this ring is almost insurmountable. It's difficult to really see what it can do, because every time you look into its essence, it splits and splits and splits again. Finally, your mind is reassembled, and you get all of this out of it. Good luck.
Oh my gosh.
It does a lot of stuff. I'm not going to make anybody read it. You can read it yourself.
That font is
It
too
does a lot
small.
of stuff. Huh?
Nothing.
If anybody has questions about what it
That's
can do,
awesome.
I can interpret it, but I did my best to kind of lay out exactly what it does.
I think it only fitting that take this,
Oh, for sure.
as we all know who the real winner was.
She definitely cheated.
And plus, he gets to strut.
She's a dragon.
Yeah, and plus, the next time he meets Prince Victor, he can put it on his bird finger and show him. This is what happens when you don't cheat.
She didn't cheat. She took advantage of the fact that Yuno and Prince Victor were
Victor
like
cheated.
schoolyard children.
Victor cheated.
Yeah, he was being a little shithead.
Cheaters never prop.
As you finish identifying these items, I don't believe we have any more. Correct me if I'm wrong.
I don't think so either.
Don't believe we have any more.
That was just a really nice bracer. You found that one bracer.
Yeah, it's a bracer, but I didn't think it was magical.
It's really shiny. Really, really shiny. I'll say, for the sake of levity, that Detect Magic went up just to blanket the whole crowd, and it didn't shine.
What about those figurines that were in the saddlebag?
What figures? I don't know what you're talking about.
Okay. Excuse me.
Even got a thief.
Yeah, great. Yeah. We're going to find Ithar a couple of levels later. She's twisted, and she's now a rogue/dark mage.
Wouldn't that
and
be
Joe's
something?
over there. I've gotten that one down.
She's the BBEG. What are you talking about?
Could you imagine an assassin rogue as your BBEG? That would be so bad.
That'd be cool. That would be pretty cool. The rest of you begin packing up camp. Sir Thorsten kind of gives one last proud look to Kravish, puts a hand on his shoulder, and begins to lead you all back towards Rathburn.
Baranor's going to go to the wolf while Speak with Animals is still up. Are you okay?
Ah, yes, the wolf.
What is your name? What is your name, bud? No, okay, gone. Okay.
Yeah, you notice the wolf is gone, and so is Luna.
Ooh. I want the puppy.
Okay, I'm going to cautiously reach out with my despawn ring and kind of get a
Are you
sense
sure
of
you want to do that?
Yeah.
Okay.
You may get a fight you can't unsee.
What exactly does this do?
So it's essentially it's very how do we describe it? It's beast bond, so that
There's some other beast bonding going on
telepathically through like an emotional connection. Hang on, I think I have more.
As long as you don't summon her through it.
No.
Okay.
So you have a telepathic link with one beast. I have to see them technically, but I don't know. We've been kind of playing it a little loose with the range on this thing.
Yeah, you reach out and you don't hear or see anything.
Okay.
You just get static, a please hold. Please hold symbol in your head.
Your call is very important to us. Please hold.
Let's see. He's been trapped in a ring for who knows how long. His master's probably dead. First thing he just has to do when he gets out.
He is an animal.
Yeah,
He is a girl.
All right.
As you traverse, kind of keeping your eye out on the horizon, waiting for Luna, you're not exactly sure where she is. You're sure she can take care of herself.
Oh, yeah, for sure.
You approach the gates, the northern gates of Rathburn, where you exited in haste away from the village to find the Black Wing in the grove.
Yeah, how does the town look as we approach?
It looks about the same. The ground is covered in mud. You see people kind of walking with a little bit lighter of a step. You remember that the fighting was sort of concentrated to the western portion of the village. There were only about 100 people, 100 Black Wing members that were invading. And you do see Knights of Dane patrolling the streets, walking around in their upright, glittering armor. You see members of the Syndicate that you recognize kind of skittering around and shifting between buildings. You see Giovanni with a limp and kind of rugged-looking Sir Luther, his shoulders draped with a large cloak. As you approach what you remember to be the center of the city where the Rusty Cup is, you see the Marquis and Shen. They're hoisting something up into the air above the bar. Bartok spins around. You're here! It's wonderful to see you. Well, we were hoping we would have this up before you came back, but you have helped liberate the village of Rathburn. We are free of the Black Wing's corruption. We won the battle, and you look around now where you are, and you do see corpses lined up on the ground. A couple of Knights of Dane, a few members of the Syndicate, but a lot of Black Wing. They're being tossed onto a pile that is being set on fire. I wanted to thank you for what you've done for us. And so, with the Marquis as our sponsor, that's right, we wish to rename the Rusty Cup into something a little more apropos. That's right, and he pulls a tarp off of the sign being hoisted, and it reveals this.
Oh, man. Wow.
That's so cute. Oh my god, I love that. 2 thumbs up. Would recommend.
And that's where we're going to end this
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right, folks.
Oh, that was a lot.
That
Yeah.
was far more than I was expecting.
Well,
Shopping
Guys
episode?
you guys are acquiring a lot of real estate. I thought, why not give you a bar?
Ugh, love it.
We should totally buy a bar.
We should totally buy a bar.
The Collector's Cup, formerly the Rusty Cup, now the Collector's Cup. You can add that to your list of real estate deeds. Still to be used as the Syndicate's headquarters, but it's the Collector's Cup. As we discussed last session, the next session, which will be the 26th of August, that is going to be a month of downtime for the party, starting with this very moment, this evening at the Collector's Cup. We'll start with a little party for everybody, and then we'll get into what each of you would like your character to have been doing for a full month, where there's no serious threat, there's no serious attack. You guys want to do some shopping, you want to do some getting to know each other. All are welcome. We'll discover all of that at the start of next session.
All right.
Feels good. Feels good the way this is ending.
Yeah.
And I'm super excited for Koza to be reunited with you all, which he said this will be next session. We'll see. We'll see how that goes. He's currently in the Fae with Drelka. We'll see what he has to say when he comes back. But until then, congratulations, Kravish, on being knighted. That's pretty dope.
Yeah, for real. I have to act respectable now.
Yeah, Axon's kind of jealous, to be honest.
Yeah, I'm like, actually, it's an actual, like, knighthood dude, and you give it to...
He's just old.
Okay.
Really old.
Sorry.
Like, look, this is the same guy who 3 months ago got thrown out a bar window, okay?
I mean, now we have a
your
bar.
Your character has done a lot of growth and has seen a lot of things and done a lot of things in a lot of very heroic ways, and this is his reward.
You fucking
This bar,
died.
correct?
So, all right, well, that was awesome. Really, truly, it was a pleasure to roleplay all of that with you guys, and we'll see you guys on the 26th. All right.
All right.
All right.
Okay.
All right. Bye.
Okay.
Bye.
Bye.